Oh shit!
Boys and girls, off your
Yo.
feet. Give it up for your host, Schaub.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back in to another In the Pain podcast.
Sup, dude?
Living large. I said that Saturday, so I feel like I can't say it again, you know?
Yes, just stop saying the same goddamn shit every goddamn episode, dude.
It's just I'm just repeating myself at this point.
You're like Chris D'Elia.
Like Joe Biden.
Joe Byron. If you was Joe Byron right now.
How's everyone doing on this special edition of this In the Pain podcast? Little Valentine's Day edition.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of lonely motherfuckers over here, man. Just, spending Valentine's Day with each other. How's that?
Dude, you want to make out?
At this point, man, fuck it.
Just sign me up for an Omega. I'll find my Valentine.
I got a couple Knobble Creeks. I don't know why they call this bottle Knobble. I'm sorry, not Knobble Creek. Knobble Oak. Double Oak Bourbon. Trying to top this bottle off by the end of the show here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into another In the Pain podcast. Yes, we are back. It's Tuesday. I know it's uncharacteristic for us to have such a quick turnaround after a 6-hour excursion on Saturday. But boy, what a show that was, man. What a show that was.
To win by Tuesday.
It is, dude, you know what, man? I was actually thinking about that today. So win by Tuesday, Clem, you had just dropped that, and it's, it's very fitting to bring that up now and like the backstory on that. Obviously, the band Win by 2, right, doesn't really have to go any further than that, but it was like 2 years ago, and I was thinking, bro, time is like literally just, I don't even know what time is anymore, man. Time just flies by, but it wasn't this past year on your birthday, but it was, 2 years ago now at this point. And we were walking the boardwalks. We were having a good time, man. It was like, I don't even know, 9 o'clock in the morning. We had just pulled an all-nighter, fucking partying up at the Ritz-Carlton over on Atlantic Ave. Is there a Ritz-Carlton on Atlantic Ave?
I don't know, dude. I wasn't it the Ocean Resort?
Yeah, well, that's where we were staying. But I forget where we were coming from is my point. But needless to say, so we were walking around, man, and, I was like, dude, why don't we do the show on a Tuesday? Because we were at the time, we were doing the show on a Wednesday. I think this show has been through so many changes, man. Like we were doing the shows, I believe, for a little bit on a Monday. Obviously, they were pre-recorded in the past, so like I would just kind of spontaneously put out episodes as we would do them. But when we started going live, we started doing them on Wednesdays. Then we were doing them on Fridays for a little bit, and then it was 2 years ago on your birthday, and I'm like, bro, why don't we just call it Win by Tuesday and do the show on Tuesday?
Win by Tuesday's got a nice ring to it.
It does. It's nice and simple. It rolls off the tongue, you know?
Win by Wednesday is good too, but Win by Tuesday is just like official.
Right, dude. It's just that's like perfect. So
the name is in the word,
right?
So it's like just flows.
So that's what we're gonna try to do, man. We're gonna try to, because we're trying to incorporate another weekly show. A shorter stream. Saturday is our main show, so. Mark your calendars. Every Saturday we are live at 11 a.m. Eastern time. But we're trying to work in now that, the channel is growing a little bit. We're 3,800 watch time hours in. We need 4,000. So we need 200 more watch time hours. So everyone, if you haven't checked out our videos already on YouTube, go check that out. But, now that the channel is growing and we're expanding, man, I figured it was fitting to try to work in another show during the week, just to stay connected with the audience. And we're going to see how it goes. This is more or less a trial run, if anything else, Oh,
absolutely. Well, it's going to go smoothly.
Oh, as it always
does. Our audience is lit.
For sure, man. Yeah, dude, we have a lot to get into on tonight's program. Obviously, the big takeaway over the weekend, a lot of things happened this past weekend, but the biggest thing this weekend, obviously for us anyway, was the Eagles' tragic loss to the Kansas City stinking Chiefs. We couldn't get it done, dude. We could not.
Patty Percocet Mahomes.
Patty Percocet Mahomes, man.
Did you see him chomping on his teeth? Like he looked like he was on crack.
Yeah, he was like grinding his teeth throughout the second half there, and he was just going off. Like it was giving me flashes of like 02 Brett Favre. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Brett Favre wasn't a lightweight, though.
Nah, dude, he was doing like OC80s every quarter.
Yeah, dude, and sipping on some peppermint schnapps on the sideline. Patrick Mahomes is like, you could tell he's never touched a drug in his life.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the most straight-edge kid I've ever seen, ever, And
with his voice, you would think he's like chain smoking 100 packs of Marlboro Reds. Like, he sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Patrick Mahomes. Isaiah Pacheco, you go deep, Isaiah. And then Juju, you go long, Juju.
Yeah, he sounds like Kermit the Frog. Like, literally, I couldn't take him seriously. Like, I think if I was Kadarius Toney and I'm in the huddle and I heard that voice, I would just laugh, like bust out laughing. Don't think I'd be able to run my route, apparently, but I don't know. I just can't take him seriously with that.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, dude. But they get paid the big bucks, and sometimes you have to put up with shit like that.
Exactly.
But I mean, obviously, guys, the Eagles, man, that was a heartbreaker, guys. That was, I mean, for us being, from the South Jersey, Philadelphia area, I mean, that was just really, devastating, dude. I mean, Clem, you said on Saturday if the Eagles were to lose, you were going to be in bed for the next 3 weeks, depressed, and that's actually why you're not here today. And you're just doing this right from home or on your bed, just depressed as fucking, usual, as you should be.
Yeah, I barely made it, dude. I don't have the will or strength to carry on.
You've lost all drive to come on and talk, about the loss. No, nonetheless, It
sucks. And the way it happens, the worst. I mean, the Eagles defense really didn't show up, so I guess that's the reason they lost. But that penalty at the end of the game was just disheartening. I mean, you don't throw that flag at that crux of the game, you know what I mean, and not give the Eagles a chance to take it into overtime or even win the game.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're going to get into all that, like how the game went, what we could have done better. Obviously, the call that's going to be remembered. I mean, until we die, I mean, it even like, I'll pass that on to my, children's legacy, guys. It's like, whatever my kid's name is in the future John's kids, I'm going to be like, yo, like the Eagles were in the Super Bowl in 2023 against the Chiefs. We could have went down the field and tied the game, if not took the lead with no time left, and we could have been Super Bowl champions. But the referees had to get involved, Vegas had to get involved, and obviously the rest is history. So Never trust the refs, kids. That's my message to you.
Yeah, and they're doing a really bad job at like trying to make people believe it's not fixed. Like the Eagles are like, oh, it doesn't come down to that call. It just doesn't. And they're doing everything they can to try to deflect. Really, I would believe it more that it's not fixed if they called it out.
Well,
I mean, bitched about it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but I do salute the Eagles. My hats off are to them. Obviously, they played a hell of a season, and the professionalism after the game, bro. I mean, was next to none. Obviously,
that was classy.
Yeah, I mean, look, because obviously, look at the San Francisco 49ers, bro. I mean, they cried all the way back to San Fran, and so we could have easily took that route because we had a reason to. I mean, that San Francisco game when they played the Birds, I mean, it was a blowout. There was, no really like coping with that. I mean, I guess their biggest cope was just to cry about how everything was bullshit. But
yeah, well, they didn't have a quarterback, so it's like you can't win.
Right. But, nonetheless, guys, so we have some Eagles talk to get into today. For the first time in a long time, the boys, and by the boys, I mean Joe Rogan, Brendan Schaub. Where's he at? There he is.
Hey, you, these nuts, bitch. Bitch!
Joe Rogan, Brendan Schaub, Brian Callen, and the one, the only Eddie Bravo were back at it in action on Saturday covering the UFC. Back at their, what they usually do or what they usually have done in the past. Something that was so magical for a time, man, and that is the Fight Companion, Joe Rogan's Fight Companion. And they do it live on YouTube. It's really the only thing that Joe Rogan does anymore strictly on YouTube. But as soon as it's done, obviously he pulls it off and then puts it to Spotify because he has that, exclusive deal over there on Spotify. But nonetheless, guys, we have a lot of clips to break down from that Fight Companion. One being, not that it's a shock to us, but Brendan Schaub admitting, Joe Rogan forcing it out of him, and then Brendan Schaub admitting that he's on Adderall. Something that
doesn't come as a big surprise to me.
No.
We knew something was fucked up with Brendan Schaub.
Well, we're actually going to find out, bro. We're going to find out that not only was he addicted to Adderall, taking upwards of 120 milligrams a day, but we're also going to find out that he was actually addicted to oxycodone, pulling a page out of Brett Favre's book.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, man.
Now it's all coming together.
It all makes sense, dude. It all makes sense. And then if it couldn't get any worse for Sir Brendan, Mark Harley, as we speak, the last time I checked, is currently on Reddit, doing Ask Me Anything on Reddit. And boy, is he spilling the beans on Sir Brendan. Now, I've seen a lot of people say the last couple days, oh, man, just because Mark is, spilling the beans on Brendan doesn't mean he's a good guy. And to that, I would say you're correct. Mark isn't a good guy, and just because he is doing that to Brendan doesn't make him, The Rock. You know what I mean? To use a WWE reference, but it's a start in the right direction. It's a foot, in the right path, I guess. And Mark has really turned a new leaf, and I think this could be, the start of something really great, man. This could be Mark Harley's coming out moment, man. And this is where he could really kind of take control of the narrative and kind of just be his own fucking rock star at this point. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into the Ask Me Anything. We're going to get into the Fight Companion stuff. We're going to get into, this is something, a couple characters we've been, kind of glossing over the last couple of shows. But Chad Zumock and the Steel Toe Morning Show are...
Who?
Chad Zoom, right, of course. Al doesn't even know who that is. And why would you? It makes perfect sense. Why the fuck would you? But
no, I know who he is.
Yeah, but it's like, not too many people do.
Found out the other day.
Well, we're risking a lot, man, because, to play Chad Zumock, some people are like, who the fuck is this guy? You guys are just covering like some homeless dude in Florida. Like, you guys could do better than that. But, nonetheless, Chad Zumock and Steel Toe Morning Show are in a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a war because it's not a war. I would like it to be a war. I would like them to, I actually donated to the MLC podcast, Misery Loves Company with Kevin Brennan on Super Bowl Sunday. And I was like, yo, Chad and Aaron should box and the loser, should have to quit the internet. I would love to see something like that. But obviously,
they would never fight.
Right. They wouldn't do that, but I would respect both men if they did that. And that's saying a lot because I have really kind of zero respect for Chad and like my respect on a day-to-day basis changes with Aaron from Steel Toe, I mean, you know, that sort of shit kind of gets fucking dicey, as they say. So we
just need like $60, guys.
Just to hit our goal, guys.
Just like $60 to hit our goal, and we'll go for another half hour.
Clem, and that is that's like the Steel Toe Morning Show wrapped up right there. Alex Clemis, everybody.
We're done. Yeah, we're finished.
So we have some of that. We have MGK and Megan Fox. Apparently, I think they're broken up, which is fucking great. That's fucking
finally
exciting news. Now she's on the market. Maybe Alex has a chance with her now.
I hope so, dude. I love her so much. I just seen a picture of her. It was a selfie, and she had some little like black dude behind. But he was like kind of looked like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. I wasn't really sure who he was, and I didn't know if that was like her new boo thing, or if like she's back on the open market. But of course, she was looking not delicate. Delicious. That wasn't the adjective I was going for, but it came out. So I'll stick.
Dude, you got to stick by what you say sometimes on these shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll ride it till I die, bro. The best thing about MGK is Megan Fox. I said that like 8 months ago, and I stand by it today.
Yeah, dude, we've been calling it out, man, since really the beginning, dude. And the phenomenal that is MGK, guys. I mean, I don't really have to explain it because I feel like the internet is caught up to speed.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Everyone knows, but like for some reason, like mainstream Hollywood and even the likes of like Brendan Schaub will have everybody, you know, he'll try to fool everybody into thinking that MGK is this some fucking Paul McCartney, you know, Robert Plant, James Hetfield sort of character. It's like, guys, he's playing 2 chords and it's fucking, you know, a Blink-182. It's what Blink-182 didn't use. You know what I mean? It's just it's very aggravating to watch, especially being a musician. And to hear these guys fucking like worship MGK as if he's this, you know, rock god, it's kind of disgusting. Makes me want to fucking puke.
Yeah, and he's just the bare minimum.
I mean, I will say overall as MGK, because like I'm not a complete fucking like I just don't just trash on everything he does. The music is trash for sure. I will say that, but you know the way he I guess dresses, he definitely looks the part. So like. Yeah, but that goes back to like when he was a rapper, bro. Like he looked the part then. He should have just, you know, stayed in that lane. I don't understand why. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know?
I think because he didn't have the respect of a lot of people in the rap community. So he wanted to try to do this thing where he like shows that he's super versatile. But now he's just got, you know, I'd say his rap stuff is like mid and his rock stuff is just like shitty. So now he's got this like problem where he can't really do either because he's going to take shit from both sides.
Right.
Personally, I like him best as an actor. I think he should just get out. I think all he's doing is more harm than good with the music, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Like he's been, not that he's a good actor, but I've seen him in some movies and he did a good job and I was like shocked.
Yeah, he was in that Motley Crue movie and that wasn't bad. I mean, he didn't play, you know, he didn't act horribly in that. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
No, he was good. He was one of the better parts of the movie. And same thing with that movie Bird Box.
I don't even think I've seen that.
That's from like a minute ago. It's just okay. But like to see him in it and he doesn't take away from it, I was like, holy shit, I could actually tolerate this guy more as an actor than anything.
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, we'll be breaking all that down, guys. MGK, Megan Fox, getting into that. And then we have a couple other small topics. Obviously, UFOs are, you know, the topic of discussion these days. I never thought I mean, I guess I'd be lying if I said I never thought I'd see the day, but it's crazy, bro. We live in wild times ever since COVID happened, man. It's just like, you know, I expect the unexpected, you know?
Absolutely. It's like everything. They're dropping everything on you now.
Yeah. So let me introduce you, Clem, because you've been talking, and I don't have you on the screen here. And I know everyone loves to see your beautiful face, whether it be in studio, whether it be over Skype. It doesn't matter. But you know him, guys. He goes by Turd McGurkin over on the Xbox, Clemmy Clem over on Twitch, Win by 2 Official over on the TikTok, and Alex Clemish everywhere else. You know him, you love him. Guys, help me welcome my good friend and yours, Sir Alex Clemish. It's good to see you on the big screen again.
Thank you. I'm like the Wizard of Oz. Look at me, dude, in my white ass room. White man in a white room.
Dude, I have some shit I got to get you, bro. I was telling you before the show. I got a camera. Oh, I have a background I'm going to give you, too.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you got to come over here maybe this weekend, bro. We'll get that all handled.
Yeah, I'm going to hook it up, bro.
Because right now, we just look like an adaptation of Steel Toe Morning Show or like Andrew Schultz.
Right.
All I need is a clanking glass with ice, and we're like set.
Yeah.
You know? But you know what? I pride myself. We're not a podcast that makes our living just bashing other podcast setups, dude. We take a deep dive into what these people are saying, and we don't just trash people for their name or their clout. And I've been watching some podcasts. I've been brushing up on my history, dude, and I have to say I'm really proud of where we're at.
Yeah, man, it's important, dude. You know, it's very easy to bash everybody, and don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're coming to the shadow, if you're new here to the show,
no, we've done our fair share of bashing, but it's not unnecessary. Like I seen a video the other day, and this guy just tagged Barstool, and he was like, "You know what? Fuck you, Barstool. Any three idiots could start a podcast and bring on a teenager, and blah 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 blah." And it's just like, dude, everyone knows you're just clout reaching,
right?
Trying to get them to make a response video, and your goal is to have them like basically co-sign your platform and blow it up. What we do is we actually have disagreements. Like sometimes I like somebody, you don't, vice versa, but we don't just hate on people to try a clout chase. We analyze what they're saying and then give our own realistic opinions, you know?
Well,
so that's cool because we're being real with people.
Yeah, it's important, dude. It's important to, I mean, look, I try to give credit where credit is due, but for the most part, a lot of the shows that we watch, bro, I mean, they put in the bare minimum. You know, they're not really saying anything worth of substance. You know, some people might ask us, it's like, well, guys, why do you even care that much? You don't know them, you know, you don't know these people, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, to that, I would say this. It would be like going out, right? Because like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, right? That is like called the public square of the internet, right? So it'd be like going out to like Madison Square Garden, or like Times Square, walking around there and seeing, you know, a guy on the corner of the street doing something like completely ridiculous, right? Let's just say he's trying to tell a joke and he's trying to earn his living telling that joke. Well, you're not going to laugh and you're not going to donate to that person. You might even talk shit if he's doing a poor job. So I feel like, you know, there's not enough people kind of doing what we do. You know, we try to keep it, you know, very objective and we don't go too crazy one way or the other. But, I mean, when it is warranted and when people need to be addressed and kind of put in their place, for lack of a better term, that is where we come in. We're like the Ghostbusters of the podcasting world. And people,
very well said.
Thank you. You know, people will soon, I guess, realize that. You know, as time moves on, man, we're still very, you know, new to this. So I mean, there's a lot of growing we have left to do. But you know, I mean, that's just kind of where we stand, man. So I figured I kind of say that off what you said. But yeah, man. So Alex, man, how's your? Obviously, you know, I seen you Saturday. We did the show here on Saturday. So. How's your these last couple days been? Now that the Eagles played the Super Bowl, they lost. How you feeling?
Dude, terrible. I couldn't be feeling any worse. Like now, that's going to sting probably forever. I don't think I'm going to ever be able to get until we win another Super Bowl. But it's like there's no guarantees with the NFL. Like for all we know, now the Eagles lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. They could suck ass next year.
I think both. Yeah, I think honestly, I think Jonathan Gannon is going to be the Arizona Cardinals' next head coach.
Yep.
And what was the other dude's name? Stigman or something?
Shane Steichen.
Steichen. Right. I think he's going to Indianapolis.
The Colts.
Yeah.
What's up with the Colts hiring all the Eagles' ex-assistant coaches as head coaches?
Well, they just get our sloppy seconds, man. What can I say?
Yeah, they're just trying. That's exactly what they're doing.
Let me real quick. I got to pull up this Rumble chat over here, so it's gonna play over the audio here. So let me just pull this up and then give it a quick mute. All right, there we go.
The Rumble Boys, what's popping?
Yeah, so guys, we are live on Rumble. Saturday was our first show, and it was a success, man. Got almost 200 views. I know it doesn't sound like a lot to most people, and in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't. But when you have 2 followers on Rumble and, you're streaming there for the first time, 200 views is actually not that bad.
Yeah, that's strong.
Yeah, it's
strong first impression on Rumble.
So, guys, we're live on Rumble, Facebook, and YouTube. We're live every Saturday, and then sometimes you'll get a stream like this during the week. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow us, keep up to date. If you haven't yet already, drop a like on this video because that does go a long way. It throws us in the algorithm, and you never know. You might have the likes of Brendan Schaub or Joe Rogan come across this video, and then we're trying to affect some change here. You know what I mean? We want these guys to ultimately be better. These are. Some of these guys, I used to love and watch, and, just as of recently, especially since COVID happened, and really, the only people podcasting were the people, worth any sort of money or had any sort of stature in the game because they were able to. They were able to travel around on private jets or whatever, But I think since COVID, everything has gotten so much worse. Just because everything was kind of lax, and the fans, they wanted anything because everyone was trapped at home, so they were settling for anything. So, and now we find ourselves here where, we have to kind of fucking put an end to that. And that's where usually you would come in, but it's okay. Are you frozen, dude?
No, I'm with you.
Okay, all right.
I just got a little delay, so I wasn't, because your mouth's moving, but I didn't hear your voice.
No worries. You didn't hear me the whole time?
I heard you.
Okay.
But it just looked like you kept on talking, and I was waiting for the audio.
No worries, dude. James over on YouTube says the sports book at the Philly casino must have made $1 billion off of that game. Clem, you're a betting man. What do you think?
I know that 70% of the bets in the country went towards the Eagles on the money line. So I would imagine that a lot of that $16 billion was regional bets. I bet on the Eagles myself, but
so did I.
Simply, I wanted to bet on the Chiefs, not because I thought they would win, but I was going to do an emotional hedge. Like, all right, so if the Eagles lose, at least I win money. But I just couldn't bring myself to put the bad juju on the Eagles, and it didn't end up mattering anyway, so I kind of wish I did. But at least I don't feel like it's my fault.
Nah, dude. Yeah. It's definitely obviously not your fault, but, I bet on the Eagles as well, man. I really was confident in that game. Even though that, and I think I said this to you a few times, I might have even said this on air, but everyone going into that game was overly confident on the Birds, man. And that started to scare me, because you never want to be too confident going into any game. It doesn't matter what sport or anything you do. You never want to be overly confident and just automatically assume the win. You still have to play the game. And the fact that literally everybody I talked to was already writing a dub for the Eagles. And I'm like,
oh, birds.
That started to scare me right there. And I should have, my gut was telling me to bet the Chiefs, but my heart was like, how do you bet against the Birds,
Exactly. They're the number 1 team.
Right.
Like, what?
Right.
What, dude?
Yeah, so we're going to be covering that. We have a couple. I think I have on today's docket the worst Super Bowl commercial that I've seen on Sunday, and I have, I think, what I thought was the best Super Bowl commercial from this past Sunday. So we're going to get into that, Clem. We have a drinking song coming up here in just a moment. I have to wet the whistle here. I feel like I've been talking aimlessly into a microphone for about the last 30 minutes. So it's time to, pour up that drink here in just a moment's time. It is Valentine's Day, guys. So hopefully everyone's having a good Valentine's Day. Hopefully you're spending it with your significant other. And if not, that's fine too. That's why we're here kind of just, hanging out, shooting the shit on this Tuesday night here on Valentine's Day, dude.
Smoking some weed.
Smoking some marijuana. Where's my there it is. There's the drop.
Every day.
Hey, there it is.
So yeah, we have a good show to get into tonight, guys. We'll be on here for the better part of another 2-ish hours. Usually we run our Saturday shows. You guys have to tune in if you haven't yet already. We go for 6, 7, sometimes 8 hours. You never know where the show's gonna go.
6-piece nugget
And a fry.
and a fried, dude, and a soda. Can't forget the Bev. Never.
What's your go-to bev if you're going to McDonald's?
Dr. Pepper,
Yeah, me
bro,
too.
and it's not
Me too.
close. Yeah, maybe a Sprite if I'm feeling extra sensitive.
Speaking of McDonald's, bro, you see Cardi B and Offset are doing a new promotional burger.
No, what is it?
We're gonna cover it a little bit more in depth on Saturday.
A chlamydia burger?
No,
is
dude,
that what it is?
it should be, right? But it's
Ugh.
so basic, bro. It's a cheeseburger with barbecue sauce. That's it.
Wasn't that Travis Scott's? Dude?
Well, no, his was a double cheeseburger with a piece of cheese and mac sauce, maybe. I don't know. I never got the Travis Scott burger. I have no
Dude,
idea.
if I had a McDonald's burger, I would make it like I would bring some shit in that they don't even make at the restaurant. Like mac and cheese or something.
right.
Yeah, and like hash brown. They make hash browns and their hash browns are fire, but like give me a burger with bacon, hash browns, and mac and cheese and call that the Win by Burger.
Well, for some of you who may not know, dude, Al used to be when we were, back in our high school days, and we were drinking a night's worth of drinking, partying, having fun. Al would be the chef. Like everyone has in their friend circle a chef.
I'm
you're
more
partying.
like a lunch lady than a chef.
Well, I was trying to fucking give you more credit than
Talk me up.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
But
thank you.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, the things you would cook when we were fucking partying, bro. I mean, this kid would throw on like on a sandwich. It would be like lunch meat. Okay, that's normal. But it would be like pizza bagels, onion rings, a waffle, a fucking a piece of fucking. Another piece of cheese. Like, dude, it was the most wildest thing I've ever seen in my life. But every time, he always hit it out of the park, dude.
Yeah, one time I made grilled cheese with honey barbecue, like chicken nuggets and bacon, dude, and waffle fries. That shit slapped.
What was the one you actually named a sandwich after yourself? What was that called?
The Clem Burger?
The Clem Burger.
Yeah,
Holy
dude,
shit.
That was a chicken patty, I think, with jalapeno poppers and mozzarella sticks and fries on it.
Wow.
Dude. Yeah, it was it was pretty good, dude. Then we had the Jesus pizza, which was probably my personal favorite, and all that is a regular pizza. And I don't know how many people we got in chat right now, but if you're not on a diet, or even if you are on a diet, do yourself a favor. Call your local pizzeria and order a Jesus pizza. If you just say it like that, they're not going to know what the fuck you're talking about. But a Jesus pizza is a regular pizza with cheesesteak beef. So it's like cheesesteak beef.
Right.
Bacon and chopped up chicken tenders.
Oh my God, dude.
Well done. Yeah, dude, that's a smacker. Like, if the place does it right, it's amazing.
Sounds like a clogged artery waiting to happen.
It definitely is, but it's worth it, dude. A little bit of dipping sauce on the side, and you are on your way, bro. Smoke a fat blunt of some Snickleberry Fritz and have a Jesus pizza, and you're in for a great Valentine's Day.
Yeah, dude. So Clem, dude, Mr. Alex Clemish, the chef in the flesh. Yeah, give a round of applause for Al, man.
Fuck yeah!
Cooking up that good shit, bro. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, dude, I remember back in school, bro, just like, after like drinking and shit like that, bro, you would whip up some fire fucking shit. And it was like,
I would.
It was all the most, like you were just naming, bro. All the ingredients were just random shit, but it all tasted good, so.
I
Shout out
still
to you.
be cooking. I can make a fire steak, dude. I make beef stroganoff really good. I do breakfast is really good.
Well, I was going to say we'll have to do a cooking show, but Bert Kreischer already cornered that market,
Oh, God. His cooking show probably sucks, dude.
Something's
I'd be willing
burning.
to bet.
Something's burning over on YouTube, guys. Check it out.
What an original title.
Right. All right, let's get into our first drink, Al. We have a show to get into tonight. Let's get into the first drink. Now, you know me, Al, the last couple of weeks I've been trying to find these songs that aren't going to get us copyrighted and that are actually good, right? So that's a hard thing to achieve. Now, this song that I have here, it's over on YouTube from a channel called This Is Not Your Friend's... and it cuts off here. Wait, what is the channel called? It is This Is Not Your Friend Incorporated. So okay, so since we have some Brendan Schaub and Mark Harley tonight, This song from This Is Not Your Friends Incorporated This is Bappa, Brendan Schaub anthem. So this is the Brendan Schaub anthem we're about to play here on tonight's program.
He has an anthem?
He has an anthem.
Let's hear it, dude. I never heard it.
So, guys, if you're drinking with us tonight, please drink responsibly. Do not drink and drive, all that good stuff. Pour up a glass. It's the part of the show where you're going to pour yourself up a nice cold drink, light yourself up. Ooh, that sounds nice. Light yourself up a nice fucking blunt. Kick back, relax for the next 2 hours. We got you covered on all the juicy details that is going on in the world, especially in the world of content creating. So this is the Brendan Schaub anthem. This is Bappa. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a good night so far. Let's get into it.
237 pounds. Fighting
Cheers.
out of Denver, Colorado, Brendan the Hybrid Schaub.
I said you want truck, whoa? She said what the fuck for? Man, she can't just kick me out the front door. So what dare you try and fight the kid? Catch me drowning my sorrows in my tiger thick. I wear any shoes that got a Nike tick. I treat the haters next like their chins. Yo, Clem, play the chip. Watch Gringo Poppy, even I hated it. You little I'm big and tough. You a lawyer, but how many chicks you fucked? I shouldn't be hitting on my friend's wife. But she was giving me the truck vibes. She was giving me the truck eyes. Motherfucker, this is truck life. Me and Rogan, you cannot touch us. Hey, PF Chang's, real quick, you blockbuster.
Changs, let's go.
You blockbuster. The new iPhone's Netflix. You blockbuster.
This is Bappa. Did you know that I got Botox? This is Bappa. Did you know that I be crow cop? This is Bappa. Did you know I cheat on my wife? This is Bappa. Don't know what to be in my life. This is Bappa. This is Bappa. Bappa? Got CTE, need to see a doctor. This is Bappa.
This is Bappa.
Something I forgot,
You blockbuster.
Wow. Where that ass at, man? Used to pass notes to Leah, taught me Snapchat. This is mad rap. Daddy got his lips filled more times than Theo got gram bags. Ooh. I told the girl, give me. She said, is that nice? Well, I said, I'm world winning. And people ask how I keep the lies. I stare in their eyes like you'd be surprised. I sell fake merch to Jesus in heaven. Great guy, never met him.
Blockbuster.
And you won't do a damn thing. Snap Chin's neck harder than my hamstring. Malik got fired just for laughing. I'll be wearing thick boy in the casket. Monster lawyers, the money dangerous. I'm talking big stacks, 300 pages. Bappa. Did you know that I got Botox? This is Bappa. Did you know that I be crow cop? This is Bappa. Did you know I cheat on my wife? This is Bappa. Don't know what to be in my life. This is Bappa. This is Bappa. Bappa? Got CTE, need to see a doctor. This is Bappa. This is Bappa. Something I forgot.
Wow, Schaub doesn't even know what happened. Wow.
Wow, that was
That's how
legendary,
quick
dude.
things can happen in the heavyweight division. Just like that.
This is Bappa by This Is Not Your Friends Inconvenience Anthem. This is not your friends
I've never wanted
Incorporated.
to beat my wife more.
Wow, what you think?
Dude, that was pretty good. That's not his real theme song, right?
No way.
All right, I
dude.
didn't think so. This is Bappa. Did you know? That was fucking awesome, though, dude. They came at his neck, dude. I'm surprised that they didn't sue. He didn't sue them for that, Brendan Schaub.
Well, you know Brendan Schaub is very quick to sue, dude. We actually
He's a sensitive Sally. We know that.
we find out actually today on the Mark Harley. What do they call the Twitter? The Twitter files. This is the Mark Harley files that are dropping currently on Reddit. I think as of a couple hours ago, Mark Harley's still doing the AMA over on Reddit. So, Clem, I've told you this time and time again. Make that Reddit account and join that Fighter and the Kid subreddit, dude. It's a great follow.
I'm gonna have to, dude. I always forget about Reddit.
Dude, it's amazing, bro. So, yeah, man, Mark Harley actually spilled the beans. And actually, so you know how we ran into a little problem with Bent Pixels, how they copyrighted our Gringo Poppy coverage?
How could I forget, dude?
So now we only assumed that, Bent Pixels, manually pulled down that video. But it was all speculation. Like, we were pretty sure, we were pretty certain, but it was all speculation. Like, we had no concrete evidence. Like, you know, we didn't know if the algorithm popped us, or we didn't know if it was actually Bent Pixels scrolling over every Gringo Poppy and Brendan Schaub video and flagging it, you know, to kind of save face for Brendan Schaub. Well, Mark Harley, we're going to find out today that Mark Harley announced that, you know, Bent Pixels did manually go in there and copyright those videos. So, hey, man, we should feel honored because Bent Pixels and Brendan Schaub were glossing over our channel, and they were so kind and gracious enough to copyright our channel and strike that video.
What mofos. Like, dude, you're so much bigger of a creator than we are. Like, why would you cancel us?
Yeah, it's wild, right?
It's insane, dude. But it just goes to show the level of, like, quality and the people you're dealing with. Obviously, he's a huge piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, Mark exposed him for really what he was, man. And, I couldn't be...
And think about that. I mean, that's someone in your own inner circle.
Right.
I mean, and he's your producer. You're a Joe Rogan viral podcaster. I mean, when push comes to shove, that really shouldn't have happened, bro. I mean, they have this podcast. It gets thousands, hundreds of thousands of viewers. And you got, you know, Mark Harley, I'm sure, had more clout than he's ever had before in his life.
Right.
And it wasn't even enough to withstand the shitstorm that is Bappa.
Yeah, that is Bappa, man.
Cool dumper. Hey, you eat these nuts, bitch. Biatch.
You know he's a huge piece of shit.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty bad, dude. You know, we called it. Like I said, it wasn't really like, you know, a fucking Hank Aaron call for his, you know, major league leading home run. Like, it wasn't like so groundbreaking where it's like, holy shit, look at us. But, you know, I mean, because obviously, like I was saying, the Fighter and the Kid Reddit, I mean, they were on it since day fucking one. I mean, that's why that Reddit even started in the first place, was because, you know, they seen the turn from Brendan Schaub, man. Like, he went from this guy who was, like, kind of respectable, especially in the MMA community. Then he makes his way over to podcasting in the Fighter and the Kid with him and Brian Callen back in the early days. And everything was all on the up and up. And then just out of nowhere, dude, he gets a little bit of clout from Joe Rogan, and his ego fucking blew the fuck up. And then just from that point on, man, it just, you know, that Fighter and the Kid subreddit was born, and people were calling out the hypocrisy ever since, man. You know, and we had to jump on that bandwagon. Just because he's already being called out, you know, in another place doesn't mean we have to lay off that territory. Like, we have to look into that shit, you know, because there's things that we see that they might not see, and vice versa, you know?
Right. And then there's the accusations coming from all different directions. I mean, some have to be warranted. He can't just be like a social media martyr.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, man. So we have that to get into on tonight's program. What's poppin', boys? Mr. West in the chat. What's going on, my dude? Glad to see you could join us on today's program. Mr. Lee West back in the motherfucking building. Let me give you a Thug Life drop there, dude. Yeah, dude, the Eagles made me sad as well, dude. That was fucking horrible, bro, huh?
Yeah, the defense sucked. Speaking of that, dude, if you watch that Super Bowl, what would propel you to want to hire the defensive coordinator of the Eagles, Jonathan Gannon, to be your head coach?
Right.
I mean, what the fuck? Am I high, dude?
Dude, that's a great question, dude. That's a great question.
You know what I'm saying? But the Arizona Cardinals, we need that guy. Fuck you.
Mr. West says, holding, my man. Yeah, dude, look, we could speculate and, you know, make that call to the cows come home, right? That last play, you don't determine the last play like that. You don't put it in the hands of the referees. You give the Eagles one shot to either tie it or take the lead, man. I mean, that was such an epic game. I mean, at that point, there were 70 points scored, and you're going to take the ball out of the Eagles' hands just for the Chiefs to kill that clock and kick a field goal for an easy win? I mean, that's pathetic.
The only thing those refs were holding were Patrick Mahomes' nutsack
There it
in
is.
their mouths,
There it is.
bro.
Hey, you eat these nuts,
I'm
bitch.
sorry.
Bitch.
Yeah, well, they want Patrick Mahomes to be this next Tom Brady, like the face of the NFL, their golden boy,
Yeah, well, let's get him all hopped up on Percocet and
Right.
fucking have him take an interview.
And I think, dude, honestly, bro, like,
And not for nothing, Jackson Mahomes is a disgrace to the LGBTQ community, dude.
why do you say that?
I mean, I don't even think you need me to go into
Fair
detail,
enough.
brother. It's you take a look at just what he's doing.
Right.
He's a soul tormentor.
This is true. This is very true.
And you know he's got some fucked up sexual tendencies that I don't even actually know about. But just from giving him a psychoanalyzation, I could tell that he is one messed up individual.
Well, you're a professional at reading the body language of the sexual tendencies of people.
Especially of gay men.
Especially of gay men, dude.
My gaydar is off the charts. And with him, it's like he is like the Anakin Skywalker of gay lords.
Well, dude, you know what? Nothing would shock me anymore, bro.
He is the chosen one. Anakin, you are the chosen one.
It wouldn't surprise me, bro. It's just bad though. That whole that last sequence, man. That's gonna haunt us forever. I said it on the top of the show. Like that's a play that all of us are gonna remember, even if you're not an Eagles fan. Like you're going to remember that play for the rest of the time. Like that was how the Super Bowl was decided. Now, granted, the Eagles defense did not show up. They stayed at home in Philly. Fucking Miles Sanders didn't show up. He was very, just non-existent in that ball game. And we were still
He
in
sucked,
that.
dude.
Yeah, we were still in that, and that is a testament to Jalen Hurts, bro. For everyone who wants to talk shit on Jalen Hurts and say he's just a one-dimensional running quarterback and this, that, and the third, dude, the guy is a playmaker. I don't care how you fucking slice it, dice it. The guy is a playmaker, and he is somebody I want to start my franchise and build my franchise around moving on into the future.
How about that bullshit Mr. West just brought up? We have to wait for the Chiefs' defensive line to adjust to the formation.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. I mean, look, if you didn't think sports were fixed going into Sunday, I guarantee a lot of people, most people watching that game, left that game thinking sports were, somewhat fixed.
Like, what has Aaron Rodgers been doing for his entire career?
Right. Hurry up offense. Get to the line. Hike it before they're ready.
Exactly, bro.
I've never heard of that before. We have to give... Now, I get it. If the Eagles made a substitution, then the Chiefs are, they're granted that substitution. But, it's just... Everything that could go wrong in that game almost did. Besides, like I said, the Eagles...
So
offense.
they can challenge. Exactly,
Right.
bro. That's fucked up.
And then it led to that challenge, which that was a huge turning point. Because that went from 3 points to... that could have been 7. And instead, we got 3.
Right. It's fucked up.
Yeah, dude, I'm very frustrated, Clem. Like I said in the beginning of the show, I'm surprised you're even fucking up doing this podcast. I mean, I know I talked to you yesterday, and you were ready to hang it up, bro. You had the noose tied. You were ready to jump off the fucking roof and call it quits, bro.
I'm sick over this. Not only did I lose money, but my dreams got shattered along the way.
Yeah, and if not for nothing else, man, I wanted to call out of work this week and go to the fucking parade, and now that's out the fucking window.
No parade, maybe never again, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's no game. Everyone's like, they'll make it again. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is amazing, but all the stars need to align to even make the Super Bowl.
You're absolutely right, dude. It's not guaranteed at all, man.
And I don't think this Chiefs team was that good, bro, that, like, the Eagles should have won this shit. I think it's for the refs.
Right.
Yeah, bro. We're fucked now.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to fix your camera here because your top of the head's a little cut off, so I'm just trying to fix this.
I got you, bro. I got to just elevate it.
There you go. Like right there. Yeah, that's fine.
Trying to hide my hairline. You're exposing me.
Hey, dude, it can't be worse than fucking Aaron and April's hairline over on the Steel Toe Morning Show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they should just wear bags on their heads because they are not good looking at all.
Full screen.
Dude, but neither is Chad Zumock, dude. So fuck him.
He calls him Chad Zumoff.
What's his
Chad
name?
Zumock.
Sounds like a lesbian zombie. A Zumock. Wow.
Dude, it's unbelievable, bro. You actually know, dude, we're going to watch some Steel Toe highlights and Chad Zumock coming up here in just a moment here. Me and Clem are just fucking catching up on this Eagles game because I haven't really actually got to talk to him since that game. But, dude, it's funny, bro. So Chad Zumock on Super Bowl Sunday goes on this fucking scorched earth fucking rant on Steel Toe Morning Show and April and fucking like it was almost like he took the fun out of like shit talking and like it.
Dude, he like went at him.
Dude, it was personal. It was
I got offended for them.
Same. I was too. It got to be a little uncomfortable because it was like, bro, this isn't just fun fucking back and forth shit talking banter. This is now like you crossed the line. Like you're bringing ex-wives and kids into this shit. Now you know.
And he came at April standards. He was like, you're from bumfuck Missouri. You've never been outside the state before. You don't know what's out there, bitch.
Right, dude. I mean, it was fucking brutal, bro. It was brutal. But they actually got a subreddit made, I guess, about them, for them. I don't know how you would classify getting a subreddit made. I guess it's about them. But it's the Steel Toe Boring Show. And dude, it's brutal, bro. They're going through it the last couple of days, so we're gonna dive into that though coming up here in a little bit, man. But I always love to see it, bro. When people are riffing like that, we like to shine the light on it, dude. Tim Downs in the chat. What's good, people? He says, "What's good, Tim? How you doing, brother? Hope you're feeling all right, man." Tim was actually had a little bit of a scare, so hopefully he's feeling better today. I'm gonna pour up a shot, another one. Let me get my second one in me here.
I'll put it in you.
Whoa.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, too, huh? Fucking. You picking up right where you left off on Saturday, bro. The sexual innuendos were fucking at a premium with you on Saturday.
I got straight peppermint schnapps in this bottle, dude.
Cheers, bro.
When I drink it, I get a little gay, so.
Well, give me a cheers, bro.
Let loose.
You just gonna let me fucking hang there?
Cheers.
Cheers to you, my friend. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Let's have a good show. Oh.
Mr. S says chairs.
No chaser. I usually have a chaser. I don't today. All right. Let's see. Where do you want to go first here? Let's go. Since we're talking about the Super Bowl, I want to go over the best and worst commercials from the Super Bowl here. To start it, we'll kind of set the tone, and then we'll kind of backtrack. And we actually have a Damar Hamlin update, dude. You see he was on Good Morning America this morning?
I did, dude. He's been making the rounds of, public relations.
But, Clem, I was going to say, you now have to make an apology. But I think you're maybe off the hook still, because people are looking into it. Obviously, the internet doesn't forget, and the internet will dive into your fucking life, whether you like it or not, if you're a public figure. So they're actually making the correlation that Damar Hamlin, they pointed this out, because TMZ put out an article saying Damar Hamlin's doing A-OK, everything's fine, but when they took a picture of him, there was no tattoo on his neck. And there used to be a tattoo on his neck, but now there wasn't. So, dude, it's crazy, bro. Everything is amping up, man. Because you said 2 weeks ago, if Damar Hamlin's alive and well and he does an interview, that you would come on here and just fucking suck his virtual fucking big black dick.
It's true.
It's true.
And I stand by that statement.
But you haven't seen anything definitive yet. We're going to get into that, but let's go over the best and worst Super Bowl commercials. I only have two Super Bowl. I have the best and I have the worst. So where do you want to start, Clem?
He was at the Oscars?
No, it was the not the Oscars. It was the NFL awards.
Yeah, Mr. West said he looks skinny as fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. It's not. I don't know. I don't know if it's Damar Hamlin. I honestly don't.
Maybe he had a henna tattoo on his neck, dude.
What is a henna tattoo?
It's like a tattoo that you could wipe off when you get in the shower.
But he would. Come on. I mean, what are we fucking 16? Like, you know?
I'm only kidding. That's it. But maybe that's not too far fetched.
Well, you never know these days.
Dude, I'm gonna get a henna tattoo.
Where do you want to start, Clem? You want to do the best or you want to do the worst Super Bowl commercial first?
Let's save the best for last, dude.
Save the best for last. All right, so this was the worst Super Bowl commercial, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you've seen this. I got to mute the music on this one, but this this commercial is "Love Your Enemies." It says, and it's promoting Jesus. There's no.
I missed this one somehow.
There's no dialogue in this commercial whatsoever. It's just kind of music and pictures, and I'm watching it, and I'm even surprised, that this got through to be a Super Bowl commercial, because you know how like mainstream Hollywood and entertainment and media in general just trying to be fucking woke these days, right? But this is like
everyone hates God.
Everyone hates God and Jesus, right? There is no God, no Jesus, right? According to Hollywood and all those people. But this commercial specifically, man, it was kind of bizarre to watch. I'm watching it in real time, and I'm like, how did they let this fucking air? And I guess to that I would say money talks. So let's watch it. I'm gonna have to mute the sound. I'll play a little bit of the sound, but I'm gonna have to mute it. But I thought this was the worst commercial of Sunday. I'm going to mute it there just so I don't get a copyright strike. But just watch the imagery. I'll unmute it every so often.
Maybe I'm fool.
Okay, mute it. So you see, it's just a bunch of people arguing back and forth for our audio listeners. Liberty over lockdown. People fucking protesting, senators fucking in each other's face, bum fights, it looks like.
I love bum fights.
Dude, bum fights is the best, bro.
They are the best.
So just like, you get the idea, right? Just people, I mean, this is like projecting like where we're at as a society today. People at each other's throats. And then it goes on to say, Jesus loved the people we hate. He gets us. All of us.
Oh, wow. Now I'm inspired.
And then hegetsus.com, love your enemies. So that is, to me, I thought was the worst commercial of the Super Bowl. Just because the message, I guess, the overall message, obviously it's a message about, not hating your neighbor. And that's all fine and good.
I mean, if your religion has enough money to do a $55 million Super Bowl commercial for 30 seconds, like maybe they should be paying their taxes.
Well, and that's like my whole gripe with it. It's like how, you're kind of diluting the message, man. Like you're paying for this Super Bowl ad and saying, come to Jesus, but it's just, it speaks, it smells like corruption to me,
And hypocrisy. Yeah, dude. Sick of that shit.
So that was the worst commercial. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. Obviously, anytime you get into Jesus and God and, negative fucking thoughts and connotations about that, people kind of fucking feel some sort of way. And it's not about Jesus or God. It's about the commercial and the promotion of, everything that goes behind that. But
yeah, I just don't think it has a place. Like, keep my religion out of football.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Dude, sports. Politics and religion, bro, you don't bring up. I mean, isn't that a rule that we were brought up on, like, coming up as fucking kids? Like,
absolutely, dude. And then they started taking a knee during the national anthem.
Yeah, dude.
And here we are.
Thanks to Colin fucking Kaepernick, that piece of shit.
He's not even that good a quarterback.
No. He had one fucking decent season, and everyone sucks.
Yep, and he was on a monster team, and they still couldn't win.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic. Jesus and Christ, Mr. West says.
Jesus H. Christ.
Or he said Jesus H. That looked like an N from back here. All right.
Jesus Nathaniel Christ.
Jesus Nazareth Christ.
Nazareth, dude, nice religious knowledge there, dude. Bonus for you. You do good on Jeopardy.
Let's get into the best commercial, Clem. What do you say?
Was it the Pringles one? I like Pringles.
Oh,
dude.
It's close. It's not the Pringles. Let me see if you can guess it. It's a chip. It's a chip commercial.
Popcorners.
Yes, dude. The old Walter White, fucking Jesse Pinkman. I'm a sucker for Breaking Bad, guys. That was probably my favorite show of the last 15 years was Breaking Bad. They fucking, starred Tuco Salamaco and fucking Walter and Jesse, and they were making the poppers look like fucking meth, and it was great, dude. I loved it. Even though Bryan Cranston's woke as fuck. Whoa. My fog machine just... The ghost of DeMar Hamlin is in our studio, dude. Did you see that, bro?
Yeah, that little fart came out of your fog machine.
Not a fart, bro. The whole thing just started erupting. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, my God. Did you mean to hit it?
I didn't hit it. It's over here. Look where my hands are.
Dude.
It's over here.
That's a blooper and a half.
Wow. Get out of here.
See, that you can only get that shit live. Those are the golden moments that we all pay for.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Let's go. That's a clip right there.
Clip it. All right, so
what remake sucked?
Dude, El Camino. Is that what he was referring to?
Oh, or maybe the commercial?
Or the remake of the... No. Can't be the commercial. Commercial was pretty good.
Oh, El Diablo.
El Diablo. What did I say? El Camino?
Oh, yeah. That movie...
No, wasn't it called El Camino? I could have swore it was called El Camino.
No, that's with Clint Eastwood.
Really?
I think so, dude. Yeah.
I guess it was called El Diablo. No, dude.
World
No,
Star.
dude, because Jesse drove in... It was called fucking... He drove a El Camino in the fucking show.
Let me see.
Clem's fact checking me right now.
Let's see, dude.
Movie. Right, it's the movie.
Oh, El Camino.
El Camino is the movie.
Oh, you're right, dude. Wow.
Right. I'm telling you.
What is that Clint Eastwood movie?
That's probably El Diablo.
Oh, Gran Torino.
Gran Torino.
Yeah, El Camino. That movie
he was
sucked.
guessing. No, that was a good guess, Mr. Lee West. That was a good guess for sure. I was sitting there because, dude, like I said, I'm the biggest Breaking Bad fan that there is, dude. I watched that series. There was two things of the last 15 years that I like fucking watched 100 times on repeat, and that was The Wolf of Wall Street and Breaking Bad. So I know like every Breaking Bad reference that there is. So, yeah. So it is what it is. Shit happens, right? I get things wrong all the time. But, so this was the Popcorners commercial from Walter White, a.k.a. Bryan Cranston, a.k.a. Woke Cranston, and Jesse Pinkman, a.k.a. Aaron. What's his last name, Clem? Help me out here. Aaron Paul. Thank you. All right, so let's check this out. This was my favorite commercial of the Super Bowl.
Yo, these are the bomb.
And they're air popped, not fried.
Popcorners. You're an artist.
Actually, Jesse, it's just basic ingredients. No, we don't eat our own supply.
Mr. Wife!
Jesse.
Everyone's gonna want to taste. And I know just the guy to talk to. What are these? We call them popcorners.
Say their name.
To go!
Popcorners! Take! Yeah! How much of this stuff do you have? We've got 6 signature flavors, Joe. 7! You make 7!
7 works.
Yeah.
Popcorners.
Wow.
Break into something good.
It's a good commercial.
We're gonna eat a lot of snacks together.
A good commercial.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude. And Popcorners actually are good as fuck.
Yeah, that's if you're gonna promote anything, dude, fucking promote a good product like Popcorners, though. I mean, that's a snack you take when you're fucking smoking weed. You know what I mean? It's late night. You fucking grab a bag of Popcorners, maybe a classic fucking little shorty roll from Wawa. The two go hand in hand, you know.
First time I ever had Popcorners, bro, I was on an airplane, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is gonna suck. Because, like, usually airplane food and the shit they give you is terrible, but it was the kettle corn ones, and I was like, yo, these actually smack. And they're like not bad for you either, because it's air fried popcorn. It's not like fried chips.
Now, I guess, do Doritos make those or no? Like, who makes those?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I thought Doritos made those. I thought they were referencing the Dorito, the Doritos 3D.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought those were, but nonetheless.
Oh, it's totally different. But it could be the same company. Let's see. Oh, no, Pepsi makes them. There you go.
Mr. S says, tight. Yes, a Tuco Salamaco reference.
Yeah, so Frito-Lay's makes them, bro.
That doesn't surprise me. They make fucking, like, every chip product.
Yeah, every delicious snack.
Yeah. All right.
You don't want Popcorners? Damn, dude.
Dude, I can go for some Popcorners right now, man.
They got a new flavor, dude. Somebody told me that they're slapping the, I think it's like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor.
No way, bro.
Yeah, dude.
They got an STC flavor, bro.
Something like that.
That would be amazing.
Yes, it's Cinnamon Crunch, bro. The purple bag, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing. Dude, we'll have to try that, bro. Obviously not on air, because that would be very obnoxious if we came on. Imagine us coming on air fucking with Popcorners, like doing a taste test
Bro, we
review.
should get every bag. And
we're not doing a taste. No, we're not doing a taste test review, bro.
We should.
That's obnoxious, bro. Maybe if it's like a side video, but if we came on air and just chewed into the microphone, people would be like, they would be repulsed. They would leave this show and never come back. We're barely holding on to the people that we have now.
Well, you know what? Maybe we don't need to do it because I feel like everyone knows that the Cinnamon Crunch will be the best.
Yeah, just go out and taste them for yourselves. You know, it's like, fuck.
Facts, dude. Don't worry. I'll report back. I'm reading the reviews right now, and please never stop making these. The best snack ever. These are my favorite.
Especially you got fucking Walter White and Jesse Pinkman fucking promoting your shit. That's, legendary in my opinion. All right, let's go. Let's kind of keep in the same realm here. We're gonna dive into our favorite character of the show, Hamar Dablin. Is he dead? Is he alive? We don't know. We're gonna bring it to you live here on air, and we're going to try to see if we can get any other fucking clarification.
Can we bring this to a close?
I don't think so. Hamar Damlin, come down to the stage.
He's got a henna tattoo.
So, let's go over here. This was per TMZ. I think this was today because they were referring to the Good Morning America interview. But this was as of today. Damar Hamlin doing great in recovery, hoping to play football again. TMZ reporting. I'm just going to read like the first couple paragraphs here. Damar Hamlin says he's physically doing great in his recovery from his cardiac arrest last month, revealing he does hope to play, and hope to get back there on the field one day soon. Buffalo Bills safety opened up about what life has been like since his January 2nd medical emergency during a Good Morning America interview with Michael Strahan. And he said there haven't been many, if any, lingering physical issues. I'm doing great, the 24-year-old said. Hamlin, though, did tell Strahan that mentally it's been tough. I wonder why that could be. Why has it been tough mentally?
Why do you think?
Well, I mean, that's what we're going to get into, but I mean, it's just, dude, it's crazy, bro. If you haven't seen this interview yet, bro, Michael Strahan asks him, people are speculating, what happened to your heart? Did you get any clarification from the doctors? Damar Hamlin's response is fucking, insane. It's insane.
What's he say, the COVID vaccine?
We'll just have to wait and see. It's coming up here in just a second. But
the anticipation's killing me.
Hamlin goes on to say it's been mentally tough, saying he's still processing everything and all the trauma that comes from dealing with a situation like that. Okay, so but despite that, the former 6th round pick said he still hopes to play football again. Eventually, that's always the goal, Hamlin said. But I'm allowing that to be in God's hands. Hamlin said he's spoken with doctors about the possibility of being cleared to suit up for the NFL game down the road, but revealed they can't really tell because it's an up to me thing, I guess, or it's a long road. This article is kind of poorly written, by the way, but they're just worried about trying to get me back to normal as much as they can. For now, Hamlin, who received the NFLPA's Alan Page Community Award last week, is focusing on his recovery while continuing to make an impact on communities through his charity work. So this was the picture I was telling you about, Clem. Now, there's other pictures. You guys could check this out on your own, but there's other pictures of his neck and him having a neck tattoo under his left ear. Where that tattoo is now, nobody knows. I mean, it just disappeared, coincidentally.
Definitely no tattoo there. It's like, I'd say he's a Bill Cosby level of blackness in skin color.
Okay, that definitely checks out. For sure, good observation.
The tattoo, I'm just trying to analyze the tattoo, and I don't see
right,
it. So.
Right. So you go right to his blackness as a comparison.
Bill Cosby.
Right. Checks out.
Or would you say, I mean, he's definitely not a Wakanda black.
No, that's definitely like a dark charcoal sort of black. He's definitely
exactly.
He's more like a Hershey Kiss milk chocolate sort of black, if I were to say so myself.
It's like a Hershey squirt.
Well, I mean that's I guess you could go that route. You could go that route.
Hell yeah,
so
dude.
This was a clip from the Good Morning America interview from Strahan and Damar. From today. And it says, remember Damar Hamlin, and this was from Nat over on Twitter. It says, remember Damar Hamlin, who collapsed on the field during a game, ? Remember how there was so much speculation that he had his heart stopped because of the COVID vaccine. To stop speculation, all he had to do is say clearly it wasn't the jab, but it says, and it has like a magnifying glass emoji looking into it. So this was Damar Hamlin's response from today of what caused his heart to stop.
What kind of lies and deceptions is this man going to drive down my throat?
Let's watch.
You have the hit. You make the tackle. Do you remember standing up after you make that tackle?
That's something I don't really want to get into deep into.
Doesn't want to get into it.
After Hamlin was discharged from the ICU, the question on so many minds, what caused his heart to stop beating?
You're 24.
Check this out.
Peak physical condition. Could run circles around me right now. How did doctor describe what happened to you?
That's something I want to stay away from.
What the fuck, dude? That's something I want to stay away from. Dude, that's what everybody wants to know. Anybody that's interested in the sport of football or that is interested in you like as a medical case study, that's what they want to know. We've been wanting to know that since day one.
Does that say directed?
Well, watch.
Directed by Robert White?
Well, watch, because it goes like this. So yeah, it's just like because it's all a movie, it's all a script. Like they're kind of like having fun with it. You know what I mean? It's
like a joke.
It's the Curb Your Enthusiasm fucking soundbite and credits.
Oh, damn, dude.
So when asked if what caused the Damar Hamlin collapse, on January 2nd against the Bengals, Damar Hamlin says, "Oh, I don't really want to get into it." Well, then what the fuck are we doing here?
Because it would just be really convenient if we got the God honest truth out of you. Michael Strahan's gap in his teeth is like the all-seeing eye.
Right.
So if he can't get it out of him,
we
never will.
No one can, dude. Well, see, what I think happened, Clem, is that obviously NFL's
The corner of my bed is getting jammed straight up my asshole right now. Sorry.
You're good, bro. You're good. Sometimes,
I'm good now.
That kind of can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just making sure. But yeah, dude, it's like, that's all we wanted to know, dude. That's all we wanted to know. And we all know the NFL is a multi-billion-dollar business, right? So I guess what people are speculating, and this was my first thought, was how much did the NFL pay you to, and big pharmaceutical companies, how much did they pay you to not say a fucking word?
350 mil.
Well, I mean, that's a good speculation. That's a good guess, but it's like, he was obviously paid something to not say what caused the fucking collapse. I mean,
they were probably like, we'll pay you your whole contract and you never have to play again. And if you do say anything, we'll kill your ass.
Well, I mean, that you're giving him, so you're saying that that's if he's alive. I'm speculating that that might be his fucking clone.
I think a lot of people think that's his clone, bro. I don't think you're alone there.
That's what Mr. S says in the chat. CIA made him sign one when they cloned him. Oh, shit!
Damn, dude. This is getting too real for me.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I'm being, like, at nighttime, bro, I hear footsteps outside. I think fucking CIA is starting to watch me for fucking digging up into this fucking shit. See, they don't want you to
sci-fi
but they don't want you to ask questions. That's all. That's the thing. Like, he's trying to. Okay, he went on Good Morning America. He did the interview. We all see that he's quote unquote alive. But now we are fucking wrong. We're bigots. We're racist. We're anti-vaxxers. If we ask questions, they don't want you to ask questions. Clem, we've been covering this since day one, dude. We're going to fucking be here asking the tough questions, man. Until we get answers. Because there's no clarification. We have had zero clarification since January 2nd, and it's now damn near almost fucking March. Juju Smith-Schuster. Say what's up to Steve. Yo, tell Steve I said what up.
I will.
But yeah, dude, it's unreal, man. It's unfucking real, dude. It's just like, you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, so we have some more clips from. Remember, I was telling you about that tattoo on the neck.
That henna tattoo.
The henna tattoo, yes, sir. Let's check this out. This was put together by Just Keeping It Real over on Twitter. It says Damar Hamlin with a tattoo in one pic, and then the next day in another pic without a tattoo. So I think this was with his hand, not his neck. But still, the point remains. Check it out.
Damar Hamlin speaking in front of everyone where he was.
Could it be true? Is he really okay? Here, I want to show you a couple things. So here is Damar on February 8th, 2023. Looking good, looking fly.
So February 8th, no tattoo on his hands, right? On his left hand specifically, there's 0 tattoos.
And here is Damar on February 9th.
February 9th, the next day, with a tattoo. Okay, well, maybe he got tatted, you know, that day. Okay, I could give you that.
I find that hard to believe.
And somehow, with this one-day miraculous tattoo to get tattooed and healed, take note of what it is. All right, so what is this? Well, it's an astronaut.
It's an astronaut.
And it's just not there.
They're fucking with us. Straight up. They're straight up messing with us. Damar on February 8th, 2023. Damar February 9th, 2023. I just don't understand. And I went to leave a comment on his Instagram page, and comments have been limited. No questions allowed. Now zip it.
Yep. Don't ask those questions.
Speaking in front of it.
Don't ask those questions, guys. Just go with what they say.
You know something's sus when they're blocking comments.
Yeah, I mean, him specifically as well. I mean, that's on his personal fucking Instagram.
Yeah, like why else, dude? Unless he's afraid of the truth getting aired out.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know where this goes, dude. I honestly think he does come back and play, but like I said, dude, you know, we're speculating that he's a clone. I mean, it's insane. But that's how it is, bro. I mean, we watched him die on the field. We watched him get CPR for 10 minutes. There was ribs broken, but then 2 weeks later, he's out and about, fucking telling everyone to, you know, get up and act. You know, there was no air tanks. There was nothing, bro. Like, as if everything was fine. We watched him die, and then 2 weeks later, everything was fine. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, it's definitely sus, dude. At the very least, like, you got to ask these questions. I still don't believe that was him.
At the game, I don't. But
at the game, yeah.
I guess we'll see, dude. It's unreal. It's unfucking real. But don't ask questions, though, because then you'll be labeled as a fucking anti-vaxxer. All right, Clem, we're going to move on here. Trying to see where we're going to move on to. Kind of touched up on the Eagles. Yeah, we'll kind of stay on. I don't know if I want to stay on the realm of football anymore. I feel like we kind of fucking footballed ourselves out, dude.
We've overwhelmed our stay.
We really did, dude. I want to kind of go on. We'll save this for Saturday, maybe. All right, so let's go into the Mark Harley fucking thing, dude. Because let's see where we're at on time. 8:36. We got about an hour and some change left. So we'll do the Mark Harley. We'll do the Chad Zumock. We'll do the steel toe. And then, we'll call it a show, dude. It's a little short one for us here on Tuesdays. You know, this is just like a shorter show, something we're trying to get in the groove of doing, a weekly show. Obviously, you can check us out every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time for the full experience when Clem's actually in studio. The Skype thing's always weird to me, dude, because there's always like a little bit of a delay. You never know who's going to pop in. You know what I mean? So, but, you know, we have to fucking try to make this work. And like I said, I have a camera and some backgrounds I'm going to fucking hook you up with. So we got to get that all situated.
We'll spice it up a little bit.
Yes, sirree. All right, guys. So the Mark Harley situation, if you haven't seen yet, Mark Harley has since yesterday, or I'm sorry, since like 2 hours ago, really. It started on Sunday. It started on Super Bowl Sunday. And fucking Mark Harley, dude, BGL, the Big Gay Lion himself, has gone on Reddit and is doing an Ask Me Anything, and he's fucking opening it up. He's letting people know the inside workings of Brendan Schaub. I actually reached out to Mark Harley personally to try to get some verification on some of these things, which, in turn, if you guys didn't see the Saturday show, he did reach back to me and was letting me know some inside information, which I'm working on some more extensive, maybe a follow-up interview or just some follow-up questions with Mark. But essentially, Mark Harley's been doing this AMA, Ask Me Anything, over on Reddit. Again, it's a great file, the Fighter and the Kid over on Reddit. If you're not following that, I highly suggest you do. Because since Saturday, since the Fight Companion, which we're going to cover here in just a moment, since the Fight Companion and now the Ask Me Anything, that Fighter and the Kid Reddit, bro, it's been fucking pure gold. So Mark Harley goes on, he's doing the Ask Me Anything, and people are asking like the questions that need to be asked. Is Brendan Schaub cheating on his wife? Is Brendan Schaub broke? Does Brendan Schaub buy followers? Is Brendan Schaub fucking, does he copyright strike people? Which we now know is true. I mean, we actually got copyright stricken from Bent Pixels, which I was mentioning earlier, and we now know it to be Bent Pixels actually manually went in there and copyright struck our channel. Like, that is 100% verifiable now through Mark. Now, the argument is, Mark Harley's still a scumbag. He's not a good guy. I would say this, guys. Give Mark a chance. At least he's fucking coming out and giving you this information. Like, give him a chance. I think this could be a road to redemption. Everyone likes a redemption story. So the more you fucking try to, push people away from Mark, the more people are going to want to come and fucking reunite and sing Kumbaya around the Big Gay Lion himself. So Mark Harley has, there's a couple screenshots here. I wanted to pull up a couple key screenshots from Sir Mark. So we're going to read this. This was from Mark Harley over on Reddit. And, he's doing the Ask Me Anything. So this was one question. How was Brandon after he went on Schultz Pod and was called out for the Gringo Poppy? Did he feel betrayed because he was so sure they were great friends? ? Mark Harley responds, he did not like that and felt ambushed and basically sees himself as different because he doesn't do the drama podcasting and felt Schultz was betraying him. So we all know when Brendan Schaub, the whole Kalila thing kicked off, Brendan Schaub goes on Flagrant Podcast, the Flagrant 2 podcast at the time. And then, Schultz fucking did. I mean, he kind of did ambush him. I mean, he brought up the Trug Walk situation with Andy Letterman. He brings up the whole Trash Tuesday bit, and Brendan, now we know, was kind of, he was feeling some type of way about Andrew Schultz. He was feeling betrayed because Andrew Schultz, did that out of nowhere. They didn't verbally agree that, this was going to be a topic of conversation. Schultz just fucking bombarded him with that information. So let me see here. Fucking, how do I go to the next one? Because there's like 18 pages, 18 screenshots here. I'm trying to get to right here.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mark for exposing Brendan Schaub had a lot of people suspect of his behavior and the way he acts, and then the allegations started to come out. So I think Mark separating himself from the clout like he thought he might be getting from associating with Brendan is really something that, we should be proud of him for, quite honestly, for branching out and exposing the truth that is Bappa.
Mr. S says in chat, Mark seems solid. He was,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he was only thought of badly because of he associated himself with Schaub, and that's something I've said, on Saturday, dude. Like, at first, we were fucking harsh on Mark Harley, and I'll be the first to admit it. But the only reason why we were harsh was because he was doing a podcast called Haters Say, Haters Will Say. He was pretty much cleaning up the debris that Brendan Schaub would leave after Brendan Schaub would go on fucking huge tirades about nothing.
Yeah, he was just another jerk off on steroids starting a podcast.
Exactly. But now the moment that Mark distanced himself from Brendan, and this isn't just like breaking news over the weekend, like Mark is now fucking... This has been really over the last month and some change, the fallout of Mark and Brendan. Like, Mark has been coming out and exposing Brendan. Like, it would be so much easier for Mark to shut his fucking mouth, he apparently signed
and ball wash
him, or not say anything at all. You know, it would be easier for him to do that, but the fact that he's going this extra step shows me that there's room for redemption, and that is, you know, the chance, and you know, the chance I'm willing to give him. Look, people obviously make mistakes, right? They get caught up in the limelight. They get caught up with all the lights, the cameras, the glitz, the glamour, all that good shit.
The act,
everything.
Their bit. They got to commit to it. Now they got a following to try to act a certain way. Yeah, and they get caught up in the mix, dude.
And that's fine. And well, that's not fine actually. That's horrible, because then you start, you know, you realize like people change. Like when
you're not authentic to even yourself anymore.
Exactly, Clem.
You have to maintain a line of reality and perception, you know?
Right. So when people get caught up like that, like, yeah, we call them out on that shit. But when, you know, they turn that leaf, like, you know, we should embrace that, because otherwise people are going to not fucking do this anymore. Like, let's say Jamie from Joe Rogan Experience, Joe's producer, Jamie, let's say they have a falling out. Well, if we fucking sit there and bash Mark for coming out against Brendan, you know, do you think Jamie would ever come out and spill the beans? Or I'll keep it in-house with the fighter and the kid. If there was a falling out with Chin and Brendan, or Chin and Brian, or Chin just leaves fucking, you know, Thick Boy Network, do you think Chin would ever come out and spill the beans if we're so harsh on Mark Harley? And the answer is no.
No.
They're just going to go on their own way, you know, and just continue to live their life and just not say anything. We want these people to spill the beans. We want the inside fucking drama and the inside baseball that goes along with it.
Right, because it verifies what we've been saying all along.
Right.
And you notice as this shit starts coming out of the wash, there's less and less people coming to our channel. Like, you guys are fucking assholes.
Right. Well, at first, at first that's where it started. It's like, you know, you guys are haters and you guys are fucking, you know, whatever they would say, right? But
yeah, now it's like, oh my God, you guys are right, and we're going to throw you a subscription.
Right. I mean, people are, I mean, that's the beauty about it, dude. You give people a chance, right? You know, there's 3 strikes in baseball. So I was always the type of person to give a person three strikes. You know, that was like the mentality I was brought up and raised in. So, you know, because if I'm not a perfect person, I don't claim to be. Clem, you're not either. So we've made mistakes in our lives, and when we you know, made those mistakes, the people that, you know, gave us a second chance, I mean, it's such a great feeling to get that second chance, right?
Oh, and especially when you know, like, you're hanging on by a thread, it makes you want to better yourself.
Exactly.
You know, you only have so many chances.
Unless you're like Chris D'Elia or Brian Cowan, you're out there fucking allegedly raping people. I mean, that's a different story. But I'm saying,
yeah, well, that's like pedophilia. Right. So yeah, definitely a little different, vibe there.
Right. All right. So let's get into this. So how pissed was Simple Jack, referring to Brian Callen, when Callen went on, I'm sorry, referring to Brendan rather, when Callen went on Legion of Skanks. So Brian Callen goes on Legion of Skanks, and, you know, kind of fucking has a good time with fucking Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, Dave Smith, the worst of the Skanks, I would mention. Dave Smith is fucking dead weight on that show. Somebody who just fucking hangs on the coattails of fucking Louis and fucking Big J. But that's
There's a comedian named Dave Smith.
Yeah, the fucking Libertas. Check it out. Fucking, it's his comedy special. I see.
It could be like,
say those terms loosely.
That's like a saltine cracker level of whiteness.
Mark Harley says,
my name is David Smith.
Mark Harley says, holy fuck, that was so dramatic. Brendan was freaking the fuck out trying to convince him not to do it. So Brendan didn't want Brian to go on the Legion of Skanks and fucking, you know, essentially branch out to the New York style of comedian. And Mark Harley's exposed that. Let's see what else Mark has to say on this. Does he ever acknowledge privately that he had to cancel shows due to lack of sales, or does he always have other excuses? And then Mark says, yeah, sometimes he does admit it privately. Okay, so at least Brendan is admitting that, you know, he has to cancel shows, which we all know, dude. Like, nobody's really going out to a Brendan Schaub comedy show. I mean, we've seen it in the last 2 weeks where Brendan Schaub had to cancel shows due to ticket sales. Let's continue on. It's from Drew Breezy. or Drew Breezy. Hello, just curious. Do you know if the bent... So, Clem, this pertains to us, Clem. Hello, just curious. Do you know if the Bent Pixels copyright strike was automated by the algorithm or requested by someone like Schaub against beige frequency? Thanks. And you can add on there Win by 2 Radio as well. And then Mark says it was not animated. And
wow, dude. So he's just basically verifying everything that we thought.
Yes.
Well, I'm not surprised. I knew when it's Brendan Schaub's fucking publicity company and they're copyright striking our shit, essentially he saw it and got pissed off. And that's right around the time that his cousin made that response video about us too, bro. Not to mention, we never even hated on their podcast. We were just talking about the allegations about Brendan Schaub cheating on his wife and what a piece of shit we thought he was. And commenting on the comedy special because we thought that he only had the opportunity to get that special because of Joe Rogan. So it wasn't like we were saying anything untrue.
Papa Joe.
Maybe we should just go and shoot the homeless people. I like your ideas.
Yeah, man. It's
all Joe Rogan's fault, bro.
It really, dude, this whole thing, the Eddie, or not the Eddie Bravos. I'm looking at Eddie on my screen here. That's why I said Eddie. I actually do like Eddie Bravo, though. He's one of the good guys. I'm not sure how you guys feel about him in the chat, but mark my words, he is one of the good guys. But the Brendan Schaubs of the world, the fucking Brian Callens, the Chris D'Elias, the fucking, I mean, the list goes on, the laundry list that Joe Rogan, the endorsements that Joe Rogan gives out is the reason why we're in this position in the first place. Because Joe Rogan gives his blessing, and then that comic the next day is like an established comic. You know what I mean? And that shouldn't be the case. That would be like if Metallica didn't know anything about the fucking band they were fucking endorsing, but they endorsed somebody like I'm saying, like MGK. And then the next day MGK fucking blows up if he wasn't big already. You know what I mean? It would be like, dude, you're doing a disservice to the industry. And that's what Joe Rogan has done.
Exactly.
And that's why, for me anyway, that's my biggest gripe with Joe Rogan. It's like, dude, the disservice you have done to this industry has been fucking remarkable. I mean...
he doesn't even know it. He's just like trying to hook up his buddies.
Well, dude, he's too fucking high on fucking dimethyltryptamine to even realize what the fuck is going on, you know?
Yeah, his third eye's hanging out. He's squinting real hard. Eating elk meat. Probably getting rabies from the wild, dude.
Rabies from the wild. Clem, you want to...
You know?
Yeah, let me finish up on this real quick, though, and then I'm going to catch up with the chat. I'm trying to catch up with you guys right now, but I can't do... It's hard for me to do fucking 3 things at once. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to catch up with you guys. So this is from Zendalaria. Hey, Mark, what does Bappa think about Shane Gillis? Is he super jealous? He's part of the new crew with Rogan. Also, what did he think when Shane's special was so well received? And then Mark says, that's my read. He knows Shane is a beast of a comic, thinks he's his friend, but Shane knows what's up. Inside sources confirm he's a homeless cat. Brendan is confused at why he sells so many tickets. So Brendan jealous of Shane Gillis, according to Mark. Let me see. There's a couple good ones in here. Let me see. Okay, here's a good one right here. Does he understand that the first comedy special hurt his career? If so, what is the logic behind releasing the Gringo Poppy so soon after? These decisions turn him into the laughingstock of the comedy world. It's not...
Ooh, that is fact.
That's 100% facts. It's not that he should never release a special, but he has insisted upon it when he just wasn't ready. People wait 10 years to release one. Mark Harley says his agents told him straight up, don't shoot the special, it's not ready. So that's pretty interesting right there. Agents were telling him not to do the Gringo Poppy, and Brendan said, fuck you, I know better than you, agents. I'm going to do it. And then we all know the rest is history. The Gringo Poppy, the worst comedy special of all time.
And that's not even exaggerating.
Here's another one. From your perspective, how is Bappa as a husband to his wife? Mark Harley says 5 out of 10. He's limited as a husband by his ceiling as a person. Okay, I like that.
Now, all right, I'll give this one to Schaub, though. Like, how could Mark Hartley comment on Brendan Schaub's life behind closed doors?
Well, I'm sure Brendan, definitely confides in the Thick Boy crew because, he comes into work. He probably spends most of his time at Thick Boy Studios. So he probably comes in and confides with the boys. And he probably, lets them know dirty little secrets if he's fucking hooking up with chicks. Or if his wife's pissing him off, dude, he doesn't spend enough time at home. So that right there knocks 3 points off your fucking husband score,
Sure. Well, we already know about the cheating allegations. And who was the one from Trash Tuesday? Was it Kalila he was getting at?
It was Annie Letterman.
The blonde, right?
But it was actually both of them.
Kalila and
Annie.
Yes. Not Esther, right?
No, Esther's a twig, dude. Brendan would fucking crack her in half.
Right. Just making sure. I always get him confused.
All right, I'm looking. All right, that's not really that. Okay, here's a good one. You said you bought him followers. Once do you remember the date that was? I understand you may not know specific day, but which month? And was it for any platform specifically? Mark Harley responds, bought like 40 to 50,000 Instagram followers like 6 months ago. I guess, but not for sure. He's bought hundreds of thousands before that. His page is fucked.
That's crazy, dude.
So Brendan Schaub,
you're on the Joe Rogan podcast. Why do you need to buy followers?
Brendan Schaub buying followers. Okay. What else we got here? How is Brendan doing financially? Based on certain signs I'm aware of, not well. Which makes sense, dude. Brendan has Thick Boy Studios. He has this whole fucking operation going. He's got staff, right? He's got Chin. He's got the other dude who produces. I can't think of the dude's name right now. But he's got the other dude that produces the Golden Hour. I want to say it's fucking Nick. I think his name's Nick. So he's got Nick and Chin, he's hired. He's got Brian Callen, he's got to pay. He's got Eric Griffin, he's got to pay. He's got Chris D'Elia, he's got to pay. All handsome salaries. He's got 4 or 5 podcasts. Food Truck Diaries. He's got The Fighter and the Kid, Golden Hour, Schaub Show, and fucking there's one more I know I'm missing. So the cost of production, the rate of return is not matching. If Brendan Schaub was a solo YouTuber, he could make that money back easily. But the fact that he's got to pay all these people out, pay for the studio, pay for, the overhead, the lights, the Wi-Fi, like the bills essentially on a monthly basis, dude, like it's fucking, how is he making any money? I could guarantee you Tiger Thick, his whiskey fucking company, isn't fucking paying the bills. They only get like 35,000, 40,000 views on The Fighter and the Kid. So where is he generating money? Is he selling drugs? We know he's taking Adderall and was addicted to Adderall. Is he selling Adderall? Like, where are you getting this money from, sir? So that was I think an important one. Okay, what happened to Tank? So that's his dog.
Yeah, these are pretty juicy, bro.
Yeah, they're very juicy, man.
Wow.
Does Brendan have any knowledge of or opinion on what Cat? Okay, that's Cat. Not really too concerned about her.
Brendan Schaub doesn't have knowledge or opinions.
Yeah, Brendan Schaub doesn't fucking know what an opinion is.
Dude, he's a straight meathead.
Does Schaub have a drinking problem? Also, why is the answer yes? Yes, anyone drinking 30 drinks a week has a problem. He needs it to be on stage. That's the worst part. No one wants to hear you slut on top of a speech impediment. I don't know what that... No one wants to hear you slut? Slur, I guess he was trying to say. No one wants to hear you slur on top of a speech impediment.
You damn slut.
So, Brendan, but that's kind of obvious, too. Brendan Schaub has an Adderall addiction. He has a fucking Oxy addiction. And now, it wouldn't be too far-fetched for him to have a drinking problem, right?
Well, he's obviously a sex addict, too, hitting on Kalila when he's supposedly Bobby's friend.
Right. Let's see.
This man is riddled with problems.
I'm trying to see if there's any other good ones. Was it fun to watch him drown in the... Okay, that's about a Rick Glassman. All All right, so that's really it, guys. But, I mean, Mark really just kind of spilling the beans on all of this shit. You know, I'm gonna,
as it deserves to be spilled, bro.
I'm gonna put that link in the screen. I mean, guys, like I said, if you haven't checked it out already, I mean, I know probably all of you are on the Fighter and the Kid Reddit. Besides this kid right here that is on the television, Sir Alex.
Yeah, dude, I'm not good at other social media platforms. I don't even use Twitter, bro.
No, I know, dude.
I'm a TikTok aficionado, and that's where I draw the line.
I'm gonna put that link in the chat. So that's.
I tried using Twitter once, and it was just like a porno. So I was like, I don't really want to see that.
Yeah, Twitter is fucking like straight up porn, bro. It's kind of ridiculous.
Straight porn, dude.
So Brendan Schaub not doing so hot, guys. Mark Harley exposing the business. Which is good, man. Like I said, we want that. We want more of it. I'm going to try to get Mark. I got to try to get him on somehow, dude. Got to try to do it.
Absolutely. That would be legendary.
All right. Here we go, guys. If you want to check the rest of those questions out, that is the Reddit link in the chat right there for you guys. All right. So we have a couple more little things from Brendan. So, Clem, I was mentioning the Fight Companion earlier. Here, let me try to catch up on the chat here. Yeah, he was in the UFC for a bit. Met a cat or a fan. My bad, dude. My eyes are terrible. I'm gonna need glasses, but I just refuse to get them.
She got contacts.
Yeah, but dude, once I admit to like getting contacts or glasses, then it's like, bro, like I know my youth is done at that point. You know, I'm holding on to it like as much as I can.
I respect it. Maybe you could get laser eye surgery and they'll fix it for you.
Mr. S says he has too much to lose to get into a real fight. That I do agree with. Brendan Schaub, I mean, dude, Brendan Schaub would whip all of our asses at once for sure, but he wouldn't do it. Like, you could go up to him, like, face-to-face at a comedy show. I mean, anything short of, like, fucking spitting in his face, you could probably even do that. I'm not saying do it. I'm not encouraging this behavior, but I'm saying if you were to, what's he going to do? Hit you in the fucking... Hit you? Because if you do, then you could just take him for all he's worth. So, I don't know. We were going to go to a Brendan Schaub comedy show in Philly. You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
All right, so let's switch gears. Let's jump in the Fight Companion. So this was on Saturday. So this was before all the AMA shit. So now, Clem, do you remember watching the Fight Companion from Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, Brian Callen, Brendan Schaub? They would go live, like usually like once every 2 or so months, and they would just like be your companions while you're watching the UFC fight.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So
Joe Rogan's not even as close with the UFC anymore. This is like his main thing.
Well, it was. For a little bit, it was. Like the times Joe Rogan wasn't announcing the UFC, Joe Rogan was doing the Fight Companion with these guys. And most of the time, this show was fucking better than Joe Rogan's regular fucking JRE experience.
Oh, I know. I don't like the Joe Rogan podcast, dude. I think it sucks.
Well, it's very watered down. Ever since he signed to Spotify, bro, it's so fucking just saturated with fucking the same thing over. I mean, it's the same 5 topics, bro. It's about weed and psychedelics. It's about elk. It's about fucking the outdoors and the wilderness. It's like, bro, you gotta fucking do better, Joe. All right? Like, you're the biggest podcaster in the world. And
yet still,
you talk about the same 4 things. Like Tulsi Gabbard was on your show, and somehow you found a way to talk about elk to Tulsi Gabbard. It's like, what are we doing here, Joe? Get better.
That's inexcusable.
Get better. So, guys, this is a picture I wanted to pull up, and you can kind of see it here. I mean, this show, The Fight Companion, used to be like fucking really good. This is what we're dealing with these days. Just a bunch of middle-aged men at the end of their rope. And just the magic isn't there anymore, guys. It's not there. It's not what it once used to be, man. When these guys got together, you knew it was going to be a good show. Like, you looked forward to the Fight Companions. They got together on Saturday, and it was just a fucking wash. It was very dull, dunce. Just, it just wasn't good. Was not good. So, that's a picture. We're going to start off with a pic. And then we're going to go into Let's see. We'll go into, you want to go into the Brendan Schaub Adderall? Let's do that.
Oh, let's dive into that, dude. Absolutely.
All right, yeah, because I feel like that's on the thumbnail, so it's very fitting that we hit that. Now, I had to clip this, so
so many
bear
people's
with me
lives
here.
got destroyed, and so many people believed in their heart that it wasn't addictive. Yeah, they believed because they told them.
So Joe talking about oxys, right? Talking about Purdue and the Sackler family, Purdue Pharmaceuticals and the Sackler family who created OxyContin. And, just everyone believed that this thing was fucking not as addictive as it was, I guess, promoted as, right? But what we're going to find out is that Brendan was actually addicted to oxys. Then we're going to find out that Brendan was addicted to Adderall. So let's watch this thing unfold here. It's like 6 minutes long. I'm just going to play and stop, sometimes, but for the most part, I'm just going to let it rock.
You're a goddamn zombie. Yeah. You could speak to this. It happened to you. Yeah.
So right there, he says it. You could speak to this. It happened to you. It's like, in that moment right there, it's like, Joe, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, nobody knew I was addicted to oxys. Like, they thought I was a shitty comic, yes. They thought I was addicted to alcohol, sure. But they didn't know I was addicted to oxys. And now he
just spilled the beans on.
You're putting my business out there.
Damn,
fuck.
Dude. That's not what a friend would do.
Well, you get a couple whiskeys in Joe Rogan, and this is what happens. You get
the lips get loose, huh?
They get very loose. I'm going to have a drink because I'm feeling fucking good. Joe Rogan's feeling good. I'm going to get on his level. Let's keep watching, though. Joe,
you just need a little DMT for that.
No, right? When you were on those pills, you had no idea you were hooked.
No, and I just got off Adderall. I got a problem.
I just got...
What's next?
Bro, what's next? You know how many fucking people are on Adderall? We were looking at it the other day. It's like 40+ million prescriptions in the country.
Dude,
for Adderall.
I didn't have a prescription.
I took 10 milligrams and I went, oh, this.
Did you hear Brendan?
Yes, dude.
Just said I didn't have a prescription.
Right. That means he's legally buying those Adderalls.
It's illegal.
I mean, nothing shocks me anymore with this dude.
Wow. We're finding it all out tonight, guys. Brendan Schaub's broke. He's a fucking 5 out of 10 when it comes to a husband. He's addicted to oxycodone. He's addicted to alcohol. He's addicted to Adderall. I mean, this guy, he's got nothing left. Dude, there's actually a prediction on the Fighter and the Kid subreddit right now that will Brendan Schaub retire in 2023? And guess what? I voted yes.
You could retire from social media?
Well, as a quote-unquote comic, yeah, I'm sure you can.
Oh, as a comic, I got you.
All right, let's keep watching this.
Yeah, I guess he better, dude, to save his reputation.
I would, dude. If my life got to this point, bro, I would leave. I would go to fucking Zimbabwe and never fucking pick up a fucking Facebook or an Instagram ever again, dude. I would leave. I would just leave.
Ah, me too.
Wouldn't say anything.
Dude, after the Gringo Poppy, it's like, bruh.
It can't get much worse, right?
Not at all, dude.
Totally ripping off Red Bar. Well, that's debatable. We're just covering Brendan Schaub here and giving our take on Sir Brendan. All right, let's keep watching this shit, man. I'm feeling pretty nice here. Let's keep it rolling.
I'm on the plane, texting like this, brrr, going, everything's amazing. I was like, this plane ride's fantastic.
How does it make
this
you
is
feel?
cocaine.
Does it just make you feel like you're on top of the
You ever
world?
done blow?
No.
Well, it's better than blow.
I don't believe that,
That's
by
what
the way,
Duncan
for 1 second.
It's like a math.
And I did it. I did that, and I went, I'm not doing this anymore.
Joe Rogan says he's never done blow. He's never done fucking Adderall. He's never done anything. But this is But this is the guy who smokes a fucking pound of grass a day
and DMT.
Come on, Joe, get better, do better.
This is cocaine,
we expect
but better.
better.
I went the opposite.
How much? What was the dose you were taking?
Oh, he was.
You don't have to tell me. So I see you with 5 nicotine patches in your mouth. How many do you have in your mouth right now?
Wait,
4 right now.
Joe, I did that.
Do you know how crazy that is? I can't even keep one of them in my mouth.
The strongest bird, he's extreme.
I take a hit of a vape pen. I have to put it down for 5 minutes.
Not me.
Bro,
I can hit this thing fucking 3 times in a row.
I was taking 3 30-milligram Adderall.
3 30s.
You take 10. You take 10. You're fucked.
That's a lot.
You take 10.
That's a lot.
20. I'm embarrassed.
And now everyone's
Didn't Dave
concerned.
Portnoy say take 30 when he was
being
here?
honest,
He would
Bubba.
take a 20, you said? Maybe?
Oh, okay.
I took 3 throughout the day.
3 throughout
Now,
the
if I had stand up, I'd take another.
So Brendan was on 120 milligrams of Adderall. What does that do
Jesus
to what
Christ.
does that do to somebody who has CTE and a fucking alcohol problem already?
it probably gets them all wound the fuck up, dude, to start doing crazy shit like cheating on their wife and making terrible comedies.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. Now it's all coming together.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. It makes sense now, like how we've gotten to this point.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Nuts.
Now we're getting a little bit of background on, you know what I mean, where this dude's head's
Yes. Now that the Mark Harley thing has come out, the AMA, the fucking backstory with the Adderall and the oxycodone. Like, dude, Brendan is just in a spiral, bro. Like, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if he left fucking the internet. And I would be happy, dude. I would be fucking, unless he came out and just apologized to everyone and then like, because dude, this all happened to Ari Shaffir. When Ari Shaffir like dosed Bert Kreischer back in the day, bro, Ari Shaffir like went on a new fucking like profound spiritual journey where Ari like started his own thing. He started doing yoga with Ari. Like he tried to like reinvent himself for his fans. And I think a lot of people respected that. I respected that a hell of a whole lot, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, because he's, you know, addressing it head on.
Exactly.
Gotta appreciate that.
Exactly. And that's what I did appreciate that, dude. And that's what Brendan, if Brendan did something like that, maybe there's some redemption there. Like I said,
jaw would hit the floor. He would never do something like that, though.
That's what I'm saying. He would never fucking bring himself to do that. So I guess, you know, I have high hopes. But like I said in the beginning, dude, I do have, I'm a sucker for a redemption story, bro. I do like fucking when people fucking are at their lowest and then kind of turn it around, you know?
Same here. Everybody likes an underdog.
All right, let's keep watching this shit show fucking train derailment.
How did you feel?
Like a rock star.
Did you have a lot of like false confidence?
He also had 50 coffees.
What's the come down like?
I mean, what is it like? Do you think like you can make lights you can't make? I got this.
Yeah. Hey, I miss it.
He says he misses it.
Yeah, I miss it. Dude, everybody I know that takes it says don't take it because it's just like you feel so on top of the world.
Did it make you horny?
No, not at all. But
Really?
the problem is
it kills your dick.
Yeah, but you don't eat, and then also
like
I'd get off stage and I couldn't sleep.
Brian,
like,
you get a boner when you hear birds chirp.
Yeah, that's not your problem. You do all right.
Birds are sexy.
I couldn't
Birds
sleep.
are sexy, dude. I like a beak.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. Like my insomnia was
Sounds
nuts.
a lot like
crystal meth.
Yeah,
right.
It's real.
Well, Eddie, I mean, it is crystal meth, essentially. Just in, you know, just like oxys are fucking heroin pharmaceutically. Adderall is fucking crystal meth pharmaceutically. So it makes sense.
Absolutely.
It's close.
You don't
It's
eat, you
amphetamine
can't sleep.
It's maximum dose a day. It's 30 milligrams a day. You were tripling that.
Yes.
I do 90 to 120.
Oh my God.
Illegally, by the way, keep that in mind that he didn't have a script for this whole thing.
I have
So
problems.
how did you get off of it?
Just stop doing it? I was like, oh, you got a problem. I went cold turkey, and then
How long has it been? About
It's
a day.
been 3 hours. No.
Look at this liar.
It's probably been over 2 months now.
Oh, 2 months, Brendan. Oh, I'm sure it has been 2 months since your last dose of Adderall, Sir Brendan. Can we fucking double down here and can we produce a piss cup and can we get Brendan to piss in a cup here? Because I don't think he's clean.
Oh, dude, he would come up for every drug on the fucking test, dude.
Well, one being Adderall.
1 being Adderall, 2 being opiates, 3 being alcohol.
Yeah, it's like you can't even pop on a drug test for
You
alcohol.
know he's smoking marijuana.
Yeah. Oh, dude, for sure, dude.
Which is like the least big deal out of all of them.
But did you see that lie, bro? I can't believe, like, this is almost like a mini intervention for Brendan right now, but his friends are going to let him lie and say that he's clean for 2 months, bro. But look, like, it's easy, bro. If you're clean, if someone asks you, yo, when's the last time you've done fucking Adderall? You'd be like, you know what? The last time I did
3 hours ago.
3 hours, 2 weeks ago. My last dose was like right before Christmas, dude. Yeah, it was a shit show. You know, I came in fucking my parents' house. They were making fucking meatballs. I stuck my fucking dick right in the meatballs and fucking, it got weird, right? Adderall is not my thing. But Brendan is dumbfounded and perplexed by the question and then gives us this horseshit worth of an answer. Check this out. I'm going to play that back. It's worth noting here, the liar that is Brendan.
It's 30 milligrams a day.
And this
You
is
were
why we hate
tripling
him,
that.
dude.
I do 90 to 120.
Oh my God.
90 to 120. You don't just stop doing 90 to 120 milligrams. You know what I mean? Like,
his fucking heart's gonna explode.
Well, not only that, bro. Like, you go through fucking withdrawal. You need fucking rehab if you're doing 90 to 120 milligrams. Like, you're an Adderall fiend at that point in time.
Oh, dude, he's desensitized to it probably because of his lifestyle.
I have problems.
So how did you get off of it?
Just stop
just
doing
stopped
it? I was
doing
like, oh,
it.
you got a problem.
That's
I
amazing.
went cold turkey, and then
How long has it been?
That's fucking unreal.
Been, 3 hours? No, it's probably been over 2 months now.
How long were you doing it for?
Over a year.
Oh my God!
I can see it on his face. Why'd you start?
Oh my God! Over a
I like
year.
to party.
Did you go to a doctor? And
That's funny. That's actually pretty funny.
Did you go to a doctor and they were like for
Not gonna lie.
No, he doesn't go to the doctor.
Allegedly, yeah.
Don't do that. Don't say it. Say that off air.
Why?
Nuts.
Because people.
I'm living my truth.
Yeah, I thought you weren't homeless, B.
I'm living my truth.
It's highly.
I'm living my truth, Brian.
But you know what?
I'm off of
Let me
it
just
now.
tell you guys something while
And
I'm
I have
feeling kind of
psoriasis.
sappy. I fucking love these shows.
Oh,
These
nothing
are so
better.
much fun. The old school OG
All right, so
crew,
that's where we're
and we
kind
get
of put a
together,
pin
man.
in the
It's
fight
like-
companion fucking nonsense there. Holy shit, man. Brendan Schaub is a treat. I hope he never quits. I hope he fucking stays on course.
I don't think he's got much longer left, bro.
Clem, I'm going to hold you to this. Over under Brendan Schaub, does he quit the internet before the next presidential election in 2024? Or does he outlive all of us and fucking, have a resurgence in his career and fucking take, the cake home?
It's really a hard call, man, because, like, on one hand, his reputation's been so severely damaged, like, you would think he'd get out of the business quick.
Right.
But
I would.
On the other hand, I think he is just an addict for the attention,
Mr. S says the homeless is strong with this one.
I agree.
For sure, dude.
For sure. So I'll say the under, though, because something's got to give.
What do you guys think? Over under, does Brendan quit by 2024? Yo, Chang's is no motherfucking joke. I forgot to hit my This Week in Shop soundbite.
PF Chang's?
Dude, you got to get on the subreddit. Dude, see, Alex doesn't know any of these references. The homeless cats, the PF Chang's. He has no idea what we're even talking about here. We're having a good time here, me and you, us in the chat. Alex is sitting here like a fuck. He's like, what is this PF Chang's reference?
I'm thinking about barbecue sweet ribs from PF Chang's, dude, and Bananas Foster.
Oh, God. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, after the show wraps up here in about fucking a half hour, go right.
They are talking about PF Chang's.
I know, dude. You got to get on the subreddit, bro. You got to get on it, bro.
Oh, I will, dude. Now I definitely will. Now I feel like I'm missing something.
Dude,
Orange chicken, Chang spicy chicken, dude. I love that.
Yep. Bro, it's great, bro. And then you'll start, like, when you watch some of these clips back, bro, you'll realize, like, a lot of these references are fucking just, like, direct digs at Brendan. It's great, bro.
That's hilarious, dude.
Mr. West says, I'm just getting into it. Yeah, man, there's no, like, you're never too late to this party. Like, I think I've been in the subreddit now since, I don't know, I want to say since, like, August. It's definitely over the summertime I signed up, bro. And it's like, it's great, bro. Like, there's things I don't see on a weekly basis. Like, I can't watch everything. So there's things that I don't see that the subreddit brings me and it brings to my attention. And it's great, bro. I don't know, like, this show would, like, our show, I'm saying, would be different. It would be a whole different vibe if there was no PF Chang's and the Fighting the Kids subreddit. So that's kind of where I stand with it, dude. But yeah, dude, get on that subreddit, bro. I'm telling you, download the Reddit app and get on it, bro.
I certainly will, dude.
All right, let's see.
I gotta get in on these inside jokes.
It's great. I promise you, bro. You will not regret it. All right, I'm trying to catch up and see where I want to go, bro. There's so much we didn't hit tonight, but we'll take care of that on Saturday. It's kind of a good thing we didn't hit it. Like I said, this is one of our shorter shows, the weekday shows. We'll save the Megan Fox MGK shit for Saturday. I have a couple more Super Bowl clips, but we're definitely not talking about any more sports tonight. That's our fucking damn sure.
The Schwartz is with you.
Let's see. This was all the Fight Companion clips. I have Togan and Eddie take a sanity break. All right, yeah, I feel like we're all Brendan Schaub down. Okay, so I think we're going to do, and I'll save the CoffeeZilla shit for Saturday as well. Because no one's really talking about that, bro. CoffeeZilla last week dropped a video about Dylan Dennis. Clem, who you fucking despise Dylan Dennis, right?
I certainly do.
So CoffeeZilla drops an expose on Dylan Dennis, and nobody's really talking about it, bro. And
how do you go from Logan Paul to Dylan Dennis?
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
I mean, that's a way, like, So you get kind of like clout lifted from Logan Paul, and the first person you cover after that's Dylan Dennis. Like, I feel like he's not as popular as like Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, you know?
Mr. S says Dylan is old news. He wants us to give up on the Megan Fox and MGK. Well, the short story is we think that they're breaking up, but we're gonna let that story develop a little bit more. I think by Saturday we'll have more clarification. But essentially, Megan Fox has deleted all her pictures on Instagram of her and MGK. And dude, there would be nothing more, nothing that would make me more happy to see if Megan Fox was a free agent on the market, because that means everybody in the chat tonight, you, Sir Alex, myself here included, would have a shot at Megan Fox.
Well, it's not even about us having a shot. It's just about not MGK.
Well, I mean, there's that too, but at least
like when she's with him, it lifts him up like a step on the celebrity scale,
right?
If you will. And we can't have that because he's just mediocre, bro.
Best friend Pete Davidson, Mr. S says. Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Unreal.
I guess, dude. Yeah. Pete Davidson. That's so funny. Did you see his shitty commercial?
Oh, dude. Yeah. I didn't even. Yeah. Ugh. I kind of fucking regurgitated my chicken wings that I was eating when I seen him on the fucking screen.
He's just so not funny, dude. And they get him on all these commercials, and they're just not like, I don't know what these companies are thinking.
All right, well, most of this we'll save for Saturday because we are running short with time here. I have to get up early as fuck tomorrow morning, and I still got to shut all this shit down, roll up a blunt, smoke the blunt, smoke a cigarette, take a fucking... I don't even know what else I got to do. I got to do something else tonight. I forget. But whatever. Let's go. Look, this is going to be the last segment we're going to do here. It's going to be Chad, as Clem likes to say, Chad Zumock.
Isn't Zumock a guy on Street Fighter?
It might be.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's Zangief.
Not even close.
Chad Zangief. That's what we're
okay.
call him.
His first name Chad. Okay, so it is kind of in the ballpark. We're going to call him, let's call him Chad Zoloft. How's that sound?
Chad Zoloft, might as well, dude, because he's on some other shit to be yapping in his pie hole the way he is. Well, oh, my God.
Well, here's another one. Alcohol addicted. I believe, I mean, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Chad is a felon. I believe he was caught trying to scam people with credit cards from, I don't know too much about Chad Zumock. The only kind of shit I do know about Chad is that... You all right over there, bro?
I got the sniffles.
All right. It's just kind of distracting when you do that in my ear. I'm trying to set up a story.
My bad.
It's all good. I still love you.
Clogged up.
But Chad Zumock, essentially, yeah, man, it's just not a good guy. And the extent that I know of him is kind of what Steel Toe has been talking about. I mean, Steel Toe, I mean, from what I've seen over the last 8 months or so, conservatively, that's just from what I've seen them on YouTube, they've been coming at Chad, you know, trying to dig up and fucking get this response out of Chad Zumock and Kevin Brennan.
Well, I'd say they got it, brother.
Well, they got it, Clem. And so I clipped this out because what Chad does is kind of what Kevin Brennan does, is Chad will go live and Kevin will go live on YouTube. They'll do an hour fucking bullshit, quote unquote, show. It's not a show. It's them talking in a fucking Apple, you know, headset in their closet with a poster in the background. And they call it a show. This is our show. I don't know how anyone fucking is fooled by this, but it seems to be the new trick. You fucking, all you have is a microphone, essentially, and a headset, and then wherever you're at, doesn't matter. You don't need a fucking elaborate set. You could just call it a show. You guys could probably do it at home. You plug in some headphones, you get a little USB mic, you sit at home in your fucking kitchen, and you call it a show. You know? But that's what Chad is doing, and that's what Kevin is doing. So they call these things shows, they stream it for like an hour, and then they take the stream off of YouTube, they unlist it, and they put it on their Patreon for people to watch back, or for the people who didn't see it, the people who haven't seen it, they go over to their Patreon, they subscribe, and now you can watch their fucking quote-unquote show. So we have Chad Zumock the other day. Like I said, Steel Toe has been coming after them for the better part of like 8 months, right? So Chad Zumock wasn't going to let this thing fucking just go to bed. Chad Zumock had to get the last laugh in, and I think Chad did his fucking job. I think. But the more and more I watched this clip back, like at first when I was watching this, I was on the edge of my seat, bro. I had popcorn in my hand. I'm fucking like, holy shit, like, what's gonna happen next? Like,
Oh, you were eating it up.
dude, I was like, bro, this is nuts, bro, because I had never seen anything like this. But to somebody like Chad who's got nothing to lose, it makes sense why you fucking go all the way. And by all the way, I mean, like, Chad was calling April pretty much, I mean, he was calling her everything but a whore. But I think he even, like, kind of hinted to that at one point in the fucking rant that he had, you know?
Oh, he definitely did. He was, like, using everything in the kitchen sink.
Dude, it was pretty unreal. It was pretty unreal. I mean, he was coming at Aaron's ex-wife. He was coming at Aaron's kids. And, like, dude, that's where it kind of, like, that's where I kind of draw the line. Like I said, bro, at the beginning of the show, like, there's a fun shit-talking element to this whole thing where you can kind of have fun with it. You know, both fan bases can kind of check the other person out. And if they, you know, happen to like the other person, they could sub to them. And, you know, kind of both people grow. I'm not saying be fake about it, but I'm saying, like, you know, if there's any stragglers from Chad or Steel Toe and, you know, they cross-pollinate with each other and then now both their channels are growing because of the quote-unquote beef, well, now it's a success. But, you know, that's not what we're going to watch here. What we're going to watch is Chad go completely fucking unhinged in this rant. He's going to fucking blow a fuse. He's not going to let Steel Toe talk to him like a fucking little child here anymore. And he's just going to fucking unleash all the cans of worms. So let's watch this. And we're going to watch Steel Toe's lack of response, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Steel Toe's in a bad way, man. Steel Toe just had a subreddit made after them. And
we just need like $60, guys, to hit our goal.
$60 more. But like, I'm starting to like not like, you know, like it was cool. Aaron shouted me out, dude, on their show like fucking 3 weeks ago. And that was cool. But I'm not beholden to fucking anybody, bro. We're not friends with any of these guys. So for us, if we want to talk shit about these guys, we're going to talk shit about them. You know what I mean? They make asses out of themselves and we just call it out. I mean, I'm not looking to fucking come at, you know, their wives or kids. We're just calling out the fucking hypocrisy that is fucking these two gentlemen at hand.
Oh, well, dude, I think you really see the value of their content. Like, this is their main, like, event, right? This is Chad's main event talking about Steel Toe. Steel Toe's main event is having Chad talking about them and responding. And it's like, this is the definition of punching down at each other. I mean, and it's just pretty sad. Like, if your podcast, like, the whole point of it is just to belittle one person, that's pretty fucking low, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, at least cover a large brand of like a lot of topics, and like not be so specific that it's like you could just have wrote a letter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sent it to him, like airing all your grievances. Like, give me something more. I mean, it's like this is like personal.
Well, it gets personal with Chad, definitely, for sure, man. But it's like,
for sure. And it's like, dude, don't you have? It's like a nobody calling a nobody a nobody.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
dude.
And that's the part that drives me fucking crazy.
Yes, you're absolutely right, dude. You hit the nail right on the head there. It's two nobodies calling each other fucking, you know, trying to belittle the other nobody. It's like, guys, you know, I get it. Like, if you guys want to have the beef, have the beef. But really, it falls on Chad on this one, I think, because, you know, the more and more, like I said, I was watching it. It's more personal than anything, and that's where it takes the fun out of it. Because Chad's the type of person, like, if you're joking around at a party at somebody, like, you know how me and you joke around. Like, I'm joking around with you. I'm like, bro, if you fucking got a sniffle, like, it's distracting, right? I'm joking around. If I were to do that with Chad, he would want to fucking fight me and like expose my ex-wife. You know,
exactly.
Bro,
jam it down your throat. It's crazy.
I'm joking, guy. I'm kidding around with you. Don't take. It's like the Joker said, bro, in fucking The Dark Knight. Why so serious?
Right. Exactly, dude.
So we have this Chad Zumock clip. I clipped it out. It's on our YouTube channel right now. It's got about 600, over 600, close to 650 at the moment, which is pretty solid, man. The reason why I clip these out is because these guys they like I said, they go live on their fucking YouTube and then they go exclusive on the Patreon. So, you know, I want this shit talking to exist. Like, I want them to fucking have it out for each other. I just didn't think it was going to go this personal. But let's watch Chad Zumock. I simply titled this Chad Zumock versus Steel Toe Round 1. So let's check it out. See what Chad had to say. Now, first of all, you're already losing in life if your first name is Chad, right?
Oh, that's a terrible name.
So let's check this out. Let's see what Chad had to say. Now this clip's about 14 minutes long. We're not going to play all 14. We're going to go like the first 5 and then like the last 2.
I never knew who he was. He just came into my life.
Chaz.
A couple months ago, and he was just every single show relentlessly. And I did the whole, I'll just ignore you for like 2 months till I said.
Mr. S says the only reason why I watch Steel Toe anymore is the blonde. Well,
I think that's a majority of everyone.
That's kind of the conclusion that we came to.
Anything about him because I thought he would just go away, but he was so relentless, and I was just like, who is this guy? Who is this fucking guy? Like, and I had to Google him, and I looked into him, and he was like in a shitty radio market, and he was on a really weak-ass signal in Minnesota. He got fired. He was selling radio ads to be on the radio. But I was asking around, anybody know who this guy? Nobody knew who he was. Nobody. He backdoored himself into this world like he's backdoored himself into radio, marriage. This guy backdoors himself. He's not welcome in. He doesn't earn it with talent. He doesn't work his way up. He backdoors himself in every single time. And then he runs on and he starts talking out of pocket. And that's the video we're going to get to today because I watched a little bit of this. I seriously paused about 6 minutes in going, I got to tee off on this guy. I can't wait till Wednesday. I can't wait till Thursday. I got to do it on Super Bowl Sunday. I got to tee off on this fucking guy because this guy he just needs slapped around. I mean, he needs slapped around big time. So let's get into it right now.
He needs
likes to
slapped
put out
around
these
big
page
time.
clicks from his show.
Good English there.
So he likes to talk about successful comedians that have done something, comedians with name. And by the way, let me point out, he knows nobody. None of these people he talks about knows who he is. The one, Kevin and I know who you are now. But all the other people like Brendan, Chris, everybody, Louie, Joe Rogan, none of them know who you are. None of them know who you are. And you talk about these people and like you're part of us. Like we're all in this together. We're all like equals. No one knows who you are, dude.
No one knows.
I texted 6 broadcasters yesterday. Have you ever heard of the Steel Toe Morning Show? Names you know, none of them heard of you. Nobody knows you. I texted Jim Norton. Doesn't know you. I texted Jim Brewer. Nobody knows you. You're a pretender. You're a pretender. And they fucked up. You went after Kevin Brennan, which was a dumb move. Dumb move. This was this Cleo. You're 100% he stole it.
And I can kind of relate.
Exactly what every motherfucker.
We went. I wouldn't say went after Kevin Brennan, but we've definitely called out the fucking bullshit that he calls a show that Kevin Brennan was trying to put on.
Dude.
So that Steel Toe wasn't wrong in that aspect. Like, you're allowed to call out any fucking bullshit and hypocrisy that fucking that you see on the internet, bro. Like I said, it's the public square. Like, so for
I think they front like they're like in the business.
Well, yeah. So that's the dilemma right there, right? Is where they think that they're bigger than what they really are, and I guess that's really the problem that a lot of people have with them, right? Is that they think they're on this higher fucking pedestal because they have it in somewhat with Anthony Cumia, when really the only explanation for that is Anthony Cumia, if given the opportunity, would fuck April, because we all know Anthony Cumia to be a fucking weirdo, fucking creep.
Oh, absolutely.
Meantime, 69 says, hate Brad, quote unquote, Norton, Zumock. Well,
yeah, it just seems a little petty of Zumock to like make this the vote. Like, this is like a rant at this point.
Well, like we were saying, bro, it just gets there's personal digs. Like, at first, I see where Chad's point is. Okay, Aaron's a nobody. He's backdooring himself into this industry. He's fucking going at people that are more successful than him, which, I don't like that argument. Oh, man, so what? Just because you're more successful than I am, I can't come at you? Like, I thought that was the whole thing. I don't want to punch down on somebody who has 27 subs. I want to punch up.
You want to punch up, exactly.
So but at first, I'm kind of with Zumock on this. Okay, he backdoors himself. He's nobody. I could see where Zumock is coming from. Okay. But then he's going to get fucking super fucking personal and then take these fucking epic ass digs at Aaron. And that's where he lost me on this one. Not saying that I'm Team Steel Toe. I'm just
it's just you're not on either side because you see his point, but how fired up he gets about this is like alarming. Like, you got no life, bro. If you're this fucking invested in this shit, that's alarming to me, at least.
Mr. S, you should be able to go at anyone. Also, you should be able to prove your pedigree. Oh, well, that I do agree with. You should be able to go at anyone, for sure.
Yeah, as long as it's warranted. Like, you're not just talking shit for no reason. Right. You know what I mean?
For instance,
but if it's warranted, take your digs, you know?
Like, we've been on podcasts before, Clem, right? Like local podcast. I'm not going to fucking turn on a local podcast that we've been on and shit on them just because. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
It's we do this sort of thing to highlight the hypocrisy that fucking the likes of Brendan Schaub, the likes of Joe Rogan, fucking Bobby Lee, Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, like all these guys, they tell you they're one thing, but really they're living this double life. And most of their fans and most of the people that fucking support them, you know, they don't really listen to, and I've said this time and time again, but I'll reiterate it. These guys, these people listen to them and support them with one headphone in and the other out while they're fucking cutting the grass, while they're out fucking driving around Uber. Like, they're doing everything but actually listening to the podcast. So that way, when the podcast is done, they actually think they got something out of it. And they're like, oh, this Bert Kreischer guy, he seems really solid. When in reality, Bert Kreischer is struggling with his Xanax addiction. I wouldn't be surprised if he's cheated on Leanne, his wife, several times, right? So
I'm sure.
So because of that, now we're dealing with a liar. And there's one thing I can't tolerate in this life, Clem, and that's a liar.
Absolutely, bro. What are you lying for? You have nothing to lie about at all, Bert. His life he's living on easy street. So it's like, and you know what? Part of that reason that you're living like that is because you're fans. And now you're just going to insult our intelligence by feeding us horse shit? Come on, bro.
Meantime69 says, I dig steel toe. Screw it. Fake it till you make it. Why the fuck this dude crying over someone trying to make a living? They funny. Zumock ain't at all. That I will say. Zumock is not funny at all. Steel toe has his moments, but comedy is subjective, right? Comedy is very subjective. Out of 10 shows they do a week, because they do a show in the morning and then a show at night, out of 10 shows they do a week, I would say maybe an hour worth of their material is actually funny. But like I said, comedy is subjective, so to what I think is funny, you might not, or to what I think isn't funny, you might think is funny. Let's see, Mr. S says,
yeah, there's no shame in expressing how you feel, dude. We don't hate steel toe.
Yeah, no, for sure. We just have critiques about them, you know.
Right,
one,
exactly.
And I've said this from day one, is their set. Why is their set? They make all this money on YouTube, but why is their set bare minimum? Well, you know, like why? I spend an arm and a leg on this studio because I care about the product that we put out, right? You make fucking $600 a day on YouTube, about $3,000 a week, about fucking $9,000 a month. And the
begging is what got me, dude.
Well, that's what pissed you off.
That's my biggest gripe.
That's what pissed you off. I know. All right,
let's just need like $40.
Yeah, $40. We'll do an extra 30 minutes. Look,
oh my god, dude, are you on heroin?
I don't need to have $40 to do an extra 30 minutes. If I want to do an extra 30 minutes, I'm going to do an extra 30 minutes. If you guys want to support the show,
how about you entertain for nothing? Yes. You know what I mean?
Well, that's where this whole subreddit fucking was born out of. It's like, you know, Clem, I'm telling you, download that Reddit app. Follow The Fighter and the Kid, number 1. Number 2, follow the Steel Toe Boring Show over on Reddit. It's a pretty funny follow. Let's keep watching Sir Chad Zumock get real personal with Sir Aaron from Steel Toe.
He's doing exactly what everyone's doing, except a very shitty version of it. By the way, let me just go ahead and get into this, because I was watching this and I'm like, just the fucking nerve. Just the nerve of this guy and the delusion. The delusion's what gets me. He's so delusional in his abilities and who he is in the game and the way he disrespects everybody. Let's watch a little bit of this, and I'm going to start and stop on this.
I did watch him for a little bit today when he...
I hate his voice, by the way.
I did watch it a little bit. I went to broadcasting school. This is how broadcasting people talk.
went live.
Personal attack. Okay.
Yes, Kevin.
And
You match Kevin, you dummy. Go back to the woods.
Oh, shit.
I heard he pulled her out of a factory in the middle of nowhere. She was working in 50 hours of work a week in a factory, you fucking dolt.
Wow.
Grew up in the woods. You settled for this motherfucker. This is your husband, who got a guy who cheated on his wife while she was pregnant, and you settled, you dummy. You have no options.
Know that?
You never left Minnesota. You don't even know what the fuck's out there.
Well, because what happens is, Clem, you have people that tune into the Steel Toe Morning Show, right? They watch for a couple months. They might not like a certain thing. They see and they connect with people that also don't like that certain thing. And then all of a sudden you got these people talking this shit, right? And then they're looking for somebody with a platform to kind of, air that grievance, just like you're fucking, sharing with that friend that you're talking all that shit with, right?
Sure.
So now you have all these people that are sharing this shit with Chad, that she's worked at a factory, which is true, that she's fucking had actually a successful life before Aaron, which is all true. But essentially they're feeding Chad this information. Like, Chad isn't going out of his way to go research where April M. Holt worked back in 2012. It's just not happening. Look at this guy. Chad Zumock, just because Chad is fucking roasting Steel Toe does not make Chad a good guy. If anything, Chad is a fucking... He is the bubblegum underneath my fucking shoe on a hot summer August day.
He's definitely punching down.
Well, actually to Chad, this is punching up. Chad doesn't have many followers. I mean, we almost have as many followers as Chad, and we've been doing this for way less of a time.
Oh, really? I thought he was in with Kevin Brennan.
He is, but just because you're in with somebody doesn't make you fucking, Paul McCartney,
No, I got you. I just thought they were further or more established than Steel Toe.
Well, Kevin is. Kevin Brennan is.
Yeah, I got you.
Kevin is, but Chad isn't. But let's keep watching this. Let's watch another 2 or so minutes of this, and then we're gonna jump to the back half where he starts taking personal digs at fucking Aaron's ex-wife.
Adult. But look, he looks terrible, this guy. I just don't understand why he wants to be on camera. There's a saying,
valid point.
Face for radio. He is the epitome of face for radio.
Chad, you have no room to
I'm
talk, Chad.
Play a little bit of it, even though I can't stand his voice.
I can't stand your voice.
Radio voice. Ugh.
You could hear dishes clanking in the background. It was really bad. But yeah, he was bitching about.
He likes to make fun of people's setups, and all he did was get a fucking banner that he put behind him.
That's what I've been saying.
He ran to the basement, and he thinks he has this amazing studio.
People. Just kind of complaining about the same individual.
Okay, wait, hold on. Meantime69 says, what I'm saying is, how do you expect Steel Toe to act? They don't belong, question mark. You got to have that FU mentality, or you're dead in this business. They give me old Opie and Anthony vibes. Not as good, but any is okay. Well, okay. And I get that. You can't, try to fucking, tiptoe around this fucking business. If you're going to do it, you got to have, like you said, meantime, you got to have a fuck you attitude, right? But, we're going to watch, after this, we're going to watch Aaron's response to this, and he just seems like a depleted fucking, like a kicked, abused puppy. He doesn't have that fuck you attitude, I was hoping he had that. I was hoping he was gonna come out last night on his first show back over the weekend after the Super Bowl. After they didn't do a morning show on Monday, they did the Monday night show, and essentially Aaron was he was off 100%, and he really still hasn't addressed this video head on. Clem, I don't know about you, but if someone comes at my wife and kids, it's the gloves are off at that point. It's no more let's have fun, let's be cute, and let's fucking have this internet quote unquote beef. I'm fucking finding where you live, and I'm gonna take a fucking 9mm hypothetically and shoot you in the fucking between the eyes. It's just what it is. You don't talk about my fucking family. Don't get it twisted.
But he's such a slithering snake, dude, that he might be playing 4D chess to play the victim.
Chad
on this shit. No,
Steel
Aaron.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Do you think Aaron, this guy's playing 4D chess?
It's possible, dude, because if you're telling me he's acting like a victim, it sounds like it might, because like you just said, wouldn't that fire you up,
Yeah.
like talking about your wife and
Sure,
kids?
100%.
So, like, maybe he's ahead of, like, he was already anticipated this. Like, oh, now I'm going to play this up. Now I got this dude punching down at me. I'm going to get clout from this and play the victim.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
I don't think so,
Yeah.
but, like, we got to give him credit if that's, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, so Mr. S says it perfectly right here. I don't like Aaron, but I like Chad less. And that's kind of like where I'm at with it. And I think, Alex, I could speak for you when I say that as well.
I don't know enough about Aaron or Chad to really make a decision, but I do know that Chad's getting personal, and I really don't like that.
Yeah, so Meantime says, I thought the Zumock video was old. My bad. He should have dropped nukes then. Yeah, carry on. Okay, so let's just keep playing the video, kind of catching everyone up to speed. Yeah, let's keep this rolling. We're gonna play like another minute or so of this.
Jules.
I don't know how you do that every
Yeah.
single day, because you'd have to think that bleeds into your personal life at some point when you're just thinking about the same people.
Right. Should we see what In Hot Water show clipped for us? Let's see. Let's take a look.
His fans are Kumia's fans are garbage, and they go after.
That
they
used to be
they
your
do
fans.
personal attacks on
used to be
people's,
your fans.
wives and shit like that. They go after Bill Burr's
And,
wives.
like,
That's
right
that's
there,
a
bro.
classy group.
Bro, if that was our best comeback, like if we were watching like Brendan Schaub and like we did a Brendan Schaub, like, like just stupid impression, bro. That's the weakest fucking comeback.
Are you in fourth grade?
Right. That is the weakest comeback, especially to her. If you're gonna do it to him, maybe it might be funny. But it overall, like if you're gonna mock somebody, you gotta come better than that.
And I haven't heard one thing that warrants this personal attack. Like, it sounds to me he's just bitter that they're more established than him.
I don't know, dude. Let's keep watching though. Let's do like another, because he might already roasted her. I'm not sure. I might be too drunk to have noticed. But let's watch like another minute or so of this, and then we're gonna do 2 minutes of the back half. Then we're gonna watch Aaron's quote unquote response. We're going to call it a show, guys. We appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already hit that like button, make sure to do it now. If you haven't subbed to the channel, make sure to drop that sub. We appreciate everything. And this isn't normally our streaming time. Usually we stream Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. This is just something new. We're trying a trial and error sort of thing. But let's keep watching Chad Zumock fucking get personal with Steel Toe. And then we're going to watch Steel Toe's response.
You know they're classy if you go after Bill Burr's wife.
I bet you've done that.
Kevin, you employed Chad Zumock.
Yep.
Cut
Talent.
it with the fucking
got you, Mr.
holier
S.
than thou shtick, all right, buddy?
Dude, you drug your dumb wife into this as your co-host. You know how much of a bitch you are to make your wife your co-host? And then you got some mentally challenged kid on crutches filling in. You're not, quit swinging your dick. Aaron, nobody knows you. You should be honored and grateful we even know who you are. You're not in the game, dude. As much as you like to pretend, because your whole life has been pretending. You're a pretend radio guy who sold ads. You're a pretend rustler. You're a pretend comedian. By the way, I put it out there. Give me $200 if there's clips of you doing stand-up. Because you say you were a comedian. You're a failed comedian.
So you guys hear that, right? If anybody could find Aaron Emholt doing stand-up comedy, Chad Zumock apparently will pay you $200. So if you want to make some free money, there you go, right there. There's your chance.
And there's no clips of you. You know why? Because you suck, and you know you suck. That's why it's not out there.
Believe me, it ain't hitting, sweetheart.
Am I fucking jumping around?
What is-
the fuck's
Stop with
going
this
on?
sweet. By the way, he thinks he's in control. He thinks he's like some sort of baller.
What the fuck's going on? Oh, man. I think I fucked that one up. Hold on. Let me go back to where we were. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to type in chat there. Let's go to like 522.
Dude, as much as you like to pretend,
what?
Because your whole life has been pretending. You're a pretend radio guy who
Sorry
sold
about
ads. You're a
keep
pretend rustler. You're a pretend comedian. By the way, I put it out there. Give me $200 if there's clips of you doing stand-up. Because you say you were a comedian. You're a failed comedian. And there's no clips of you. You know why? Because you suck, and you know you suck. That's why it's not out there.
Believe me, it ain't hitting, sweetheart.
What is...
Stop with this sweet... By the way, he thinks he's in control. He thinks he's like some sort of baller. He likes to say sweetie and sweet.
Hold on. So this might be a fast track. We have... Let's see. I got to fucking... Why is my fucking phone blurry here? Subatoe Lopez. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But yeah, he says essentially there is a video of Aaron doing stand-up and a guy sleeping in the front row. Aaron is a wannabe shock jock. Well, Mr. Lopez, you might want to send that over to Sir Chad. You might be on a fast track to make yourself a quick $200. Let's watch this. So let's watch another 30 seconds. We'll jump to the back half because Chad really takes some personal digs at Aaron's ex-wife.
Sweetheart, dude, look at you. Look at you. You're trying to swing your dick when you had to make your dumb wife your co-host. Some dolt from the woods.
Some dolt.
Is Chad Zumock done? Oh, that's right. He has gone after people's wives left and right.
Yeah, cunt. I shut you down. I got the email to prove it when Aaron said, "Oh, we're moving on. He's taking this so seriously because you're a dumb cunt who he recklessly put you in this world. Recklessly, he puts his family out there, his kids. He makes bad decision after bad decision, including this one, going after Kevin Brennan." Wow. He put his fucking pregnant wife out there and then cheated on her. He got fired for berating a woman. And then he got you dumb cunt, you stupid bitch, to marry you. And you have to get on top of this fucking guy right here every fucking night and fuck him.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
He has bigger tits than you, you dumb bitch.
Just 4 of them.
Rape threats, Kevin.
Yeah, rape threats.
My God. So, you fucking baby.
I'm only laughing because it's like personal. You know, there's no joking in that fucking whole rant that Chad just went on. That's super personal, bro. Like it's funny because most of it's true, but you know it's holy shit, man. Clem, you still there, or did I lose you? Did I lose Clem?
Oh no, my microphone was up, bro, because I sneezed.
Okay, all right, no worries. I was just making because I didn't hear you. I was like, where the fuck did Clem go? But yeah,
no. I said, who hurt you, Chad? Who hurt you?
Chad goes super fucking like he takes a personal dig at fucking April. Again, if this happened to if I was married and somebody's saying this about my wife, I'm taking the fucking AK-47 I have over here on the fucking stand and letting it fucking rip, dude. I'm dumping the clip in them, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
No one's talking about my girl or my kids in that manner, bro. Like
in that way, exactly, dude.
You better come correct or don't come at all.
And he knows all about that.
All right.
Yeah,
He knows everything.
All right, so that's where like Chad really goes at April. But that's key because April, like, there's a 2-part response. Like Aaron has a response to Chad, and then April has a response to Chad. But so let's watch what Chad has to say about Aaron's ex-wife now. Let's go to this clip's about 14 minutes, I said. Let's go to all right, let's just go to 12:45, let the clip ride out. And then we'll
Kelly, nobody knows that you do a show.
Nobody knows who you are. I texted Jim Norton. Nobody knows you, dude. People in your own quote-unquote profession don't know you.
Can't wait real quick. Comedy Hack says, camel toe sucks.
Camel toe.
Wow. I never knew there was this much. Like, you would never really, like, if you tuned into a steel toe show, like, they would make it believe, they would have you believe that, you know, they have 1,000 people watching at any given time. Like, you wouldn't think people actually hate the show. Like, they get the
that much.
They get the donations. They get the $300 fucking every stream they do. Like, you wouldn't think people actually have this vendetta to go after steel toe, or as fucking Comedy Hack says, camel toe.
These Zoom offers.
Fuck, dude. But it's actually fucking, it's uplifting to see that people are actually coming around, because this is something that we've been saying from the beginning. And then, like I said, like a couple weeks ago, you guys could check it out. It was on one of Camel Toe's shows. It was on a Friday, I believe, a Friday stream. He was talking about Chris D'Elia. I had made a short about Chris D'Elia, praise for his haters, essentially. And then Aaron shouts us out. He says, check out Win by 2 Radio. He's a good guy. He fucks around in the chat, this, that, and the third. So right when he said that, I was like, all right, maybe I won't fucking roast this guy so hard. But then the more and more I thought about it, and then me and Al talked about it, I'm like, we're not friends with any of these guys. Why do we give a fuck? It's just because he's fucking shouting. He should be shouting out our channel. Like, I'm providing you the content that you're using on the show. Like, what am I missing?
No, fuck him, dude. After that begging shit, dude, I was like, I can't stand that.
Steel toe is no different than a person you see fucking driving, for us, it would be the Walt Whitman Bridge. And you see that person over the Walt Whitman Bridge holding a sign saying, homeless veteran here. Any spare change or a fucking half-eaten McDonald's burger will help. Like, steel toe is no different than that, you know?
You just cash at me like $40, dude?
And then what? You'll give me an extra half hour? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, we got to hit our goal, and then we'll do another half hour.
Right, but we can't do any more show until we hit that fucking extra fucking $27, bro.
Yeah, I need like $4 more, and then we can do another 20 minutes.
Let's watch this. Chad's gonna fucking roast Aaron's ex-wife. Let's check this.
You got mosquito
Radio
white
people
tits.
don't know you. Nobody knows you.
Right.
Why do you have the balls to
It's
do
the
this?
same thing, Chad.
How
We get it. Nobody
delusional
knows
are
Aaron.
you?
We get that. Okay.
By the way, April.
Oh shit.
Sloppy seconds. You're sloppy seconds.
Wow.
You're sloppy seconds, April. Sorry. You're taking care of another woman's kids. You can't give birth, you dummy. And she's a public figure, by the way, so good luck on that.
Oh,
She's a
that's
published
fucking
author,
gold.
Ashley LaRue.
That's pretty funny. I will say.
This is
that's
the poor woman that he cheated on with while she was pregnant. And now you got this fucking deadbeat, this Jared Fogle lookalike fucking retard with a fake radio voice, and you got to take all that baggage on.
Wow.
He drug you out of a factory. Go back to the woods with your fucking crossbow. Quit. Men
What's
are
your
speaking.
crossbow?
Men are speaking.
What is
Shut
that
up.
factory reference?
She worked at a factory. She had a union job.
You zilch.
Now she's a podcaster.
Now she's fucking married to Aaron, fucking living the glamorous life, dude. So that was Chad Zumock, dude. You look disgusted. You look mortified over there, Clem.
Oh, no, I'm not.
But that was...
I'm reading these comments, and they're just making me laugh.
Well, now she is an e-bagger, yes. Comedy Hack says, holy shit, dude. Sir Chad Zumock throwing the first blow at Steel Toe Morning Show. Should we play Steel Toe's response?
Sure, dude.
Let's check it out. This is the last thing we're going to play on tonight's show, guys. And then we're going to pack it up, and then we're going to be back here Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, which would be like 10 a.m. fucking Central Time, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Or did I already say 9 a.m.? 8 a.m. Pacific Time. So let's check this out. This is Steel Toe. So they didn't do a Monday morning show because of the Super Bowl hangover. I get that. I'm not going to hold their feet to the fire, right? I wouldn't even been capable of doing a Monday morning show, man. I was fucked up Sunday.
Oh, dude.
But for the wrong reasons, because the Birds lost. That's why I was fucking feeling good.
Exactly. And eat too much food.
Oh, dude, I was in a fucking food coma. But essentially, so Aaron, obviously does a show Monday through Friday. Wasn't on the air Monday morning to address what Chad said the day before on Sunday. And I messaged Aaron. I know he's seen the video. I messaged him directly. I'm like, yo, Chad is literally fucking not, like I said, there's a point of no return. Like, there's a point of talking shit and there's a point of getting personal. And Chad was getting personal with Aaron. So I figured I'd let Aaron know, like, yo, check this out. Chad's live now. Check it out. But then I clipped the whole thing. There's like an hour worth of Chad saying the same thing. Like, it gets kind of repetitive after a while. So you really only needed the first 14 or so minutes of that clip for context. But so I'd let Aaron know. I'm like, yo, check the clip out, bro. I'm curious to see what you have to say because, again, knowing me and knowing like most of our people here in the chat tonight, they wouldn't tolerate this shit. Knowing you out, like, you wouldn't tolerate this shit. You would go on...
Absolutely not.
You would go on a full scorched earth fucking bender. But we didn't get that. Aaron goes on the air last night, Monday night. And this is some of the things he had to say. Let's check it out. This is Steel Toe Morning Show, a.k.a. Steel Toe Evening Show. They're like a chameleon. They can adapt to anything. Let me pull up my notes here. Got to go to my clips. Hold on. Here we go. All right, let's just play this intro. Let's roll it. Yeah, this is a quick note I had real quick. So I mentioned, Chad got personal. we're going to watch a lot here. Aaron is going to, he seems to be crumbling because Chad roasted him. And then the whole subreddit thing came about. So Aaron, I don't think is in a good way, man. We have to be, have a close eye, take a close eye on Aaron, man. Let's jump into this intro. Come on, where you at, Aaron? Show us your face. We want to see your face. Oh my God, this intro is so expensive. Now I know how people feel when they watch our intro. All right, where the fuck is this intro at? All right, here it is. So the first clip I have, here's the intro, and it just says, Aaron seems nervous. Let's watch.
And good evening. Welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm all thrown off. I'm getting texts just like right as the show's about to start. Ooh, I got to get refocused and centered. I'm all distracted now. Hate that.
Again, the guy who makes like $10,000 a month in fucking YouTube super chats, this is the quality product that he's going to present to his audience. And to his credit, gets 1,000 people a day to watch him and donate. Unfucking real. I don't know what world we live in, Clem.
For the program.
We out here. We got to do everything we can, Mr. S.
Where to start now? I got to be honest, I'm really flustered here. Oh, what are we going to do? It's been forever since we've done one of these evening shows on YouTube, so I'm really nervous about that.
So Mr. Lopez says Aaron bullied Chad 4, so he didn't finish his statement there. But, dude, yeah, there's a whole, for months before Chad said anything. You're absolutely right. If you go on Steel Toe's fucking back catalog, like, let's just say Steel Toe has 600 videos out right now, right? That's not the number, but let's just say that is the number.
And every time they hit their goal of $300, well, except for one video that April wasn't there.
Right, which we played last week on the last week's show. But out of 600 videos, Clem, there was about, I would say, 320 videos that had Chad Zumock's face on the thumbnail, or that they talked about Chad Zumock. So yeah,
really,
Mr. Lopez is absolutely right. They would go after Chad. They would poke. It's like poking the bear, dude. Eventually, the bear's gonna wake up and fucking devour you, dude.
The cocaine bear is going to eat you alive.
There it is, the cocaine bear. Alive and real.
That is Aaron Schmeckley.
All right, let's keep watching this. So Aaron is nervous. Meantime, speaking facts. Thank you. I don't know if you're referring to us. I would imagine you're speaking about us, though.
Dude, you know Steel Toe Morning Show.
He ain't speaking no facts,
bro.
Dude.
Come on, man.
He ain't speaking no facts, bro. He's speaking lies.
Come on, son.
All right, let's watch this fucking horse shit worth of a show. Again, dude, you know, and I'll keep reiterating this. Chad said this in his stream. But this is something that nobody really points out with Aaron. Why isn't it a full screen camera? Like, why is this camera cropped? And then there's like his logo, another logo, Stoney's Bar and Grill or whatever the fuck. Like, you know, like, you guys see my camera. It's cropped. The whole fucking image is on the screen. Sorry, I just hit my mic. I'm very upset now.
He's so fired up right now.
Dude, I'm livid right now, dude.
Dude, smash the bottle over your head.
I can't do. I'm not that. I'm not that drunk, bro.
If you did that, I would do a super chat for like $40. Well, so you hit your goal.
So I hit my goal. I could do another half hour on this show, dude. Jesus Christ. All right, enough about us. Let's watch this fucking horse shit worth of a fucking quote unquote show, and let's see what Aaron has to say back to chat, because that is what we're watching after all.
We've got the simulcast on Rumble, and you know, between those two things. Oh God, I can't. I gotta chuck the phone here for a little bit. I'm getting really distracted. All right. So I got two things going at once. We got YouTube, we got Rumble. And between the live viewership for both of those, it's more than we've ever had before. That's awesome. What's not awesome is the fact that I know we're going to have to rebuild this YouTube thing after the suspension. And I know after you get suspended, They drop you
Here
down
it
in the
is.
algorithm. It's a little stressful. I don't like it a lot, but it's all part of the growing process.
He's grooming his audience right here. He's letting you guys know that he got, this week suspension on YouTube, and now YouTube's going to fucking put him lower in the algorithm, so therefore he needs more support than ever, which is all horseshit, right? It's like, whether YouTube does or doesn't throw you down in the algorithm after you get banned is irrelevant. Like,
I don't think that's true. I don't think they ban you. I just think no one watches his podcast.
I don't think it's true either, Clem. I think, honestly, dude, it's just another way. It's a cry for help. It's like, guys, like, we need more help now than ever. Like, now we have a cause. Now we're fighting the man. We're fighting YouTube, right? So donate more now than ever, right? It's really what it comes down to.
Dude, donate for what, bro?
Well, so he could continue to do this fucking... bro, haven't you fucking got the memo yet, Clem? This is the next Johnny Carson, bro.
No way, dude. Never. He sounds like a moron.
All right, let's keep watching. All right, so Aaron's going to attack his audience a few times, which is never a good thing, guys. Like, we have audience members sometimes that come in here. We have people that are unhappy with the show that we do. So... therefore, they fucking want to fucking try to swing for us, which is all fine and good. That's just what the internet is, dude. You put yourself out there, you're going to have some retaliation, which is all fine. I welcome it, honestly. But what you don't do is you don't want to attack the people that are in the chat or your audience members specifically, like especially your day oneers. You don't want to attack those people. Because it's like, well, then why the fuck am I going to support you? If you're just going to fucking talk down on me and degrade me, like I'll go to another show.
Exactly, bro. You ain't gonna put up with that shit.
Let's go to 425 and watch Aaron. This is the first instance of Aaron degrading his audience. Now, it's not crazy. It's not like, oh my God, he called him, you know what I mean? He didn't call him that, but it's still, it warrants a review. Let's watch.
2 YouTube shows. And then we take this morning off. We have we had a best of playing. It did very well. Thank you guys very much for checking that out. And then, I'm really hating clips.
He's hating clips.
I am, because you can't win with clips. The audience either goes like, why don't you put more of the funny stuff up and not other internet personality stuff? I'm sorry, guys. The stuff about other internet personalities draws. Don't get me wrong. We're really funny when we do it, and it's fun kind of taking the piss out of them and having fun.
All right, so keep that in mind too. So
that dude, I wish he would just come out and say that's all we fucking got.
Right.
That's the whole point of and we said it earlier on the broadcast. Like, if your whole show is about belittling someone else, you probably shouldn't have a fucking podcast.
Right. Well, you don't call it a podcast anymore. You call it fucking a bully cast at that point,
Yeah, it's hate and ignorance, you know? And don't get me wrong, it's okay to analyze and react to someone when they're saying ridiculous shit, but to just, dedicate a podcast to trashing somebody, it's like, dude, do something. You don't feel dirty doing that.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty unreal, dude. But keep this in mind though. What he's gonna say is, this is what sells essentially, is for him to break down these other internet personalities is the selling point. But then he's gonna go back on his word.
Because you're asking people for $33. You're really selling that algorithm, brother.
But then he's gonna go back on his point later and say that, if you guys got the wrong memo that we're fucking a channel that just shits on everyone, well, then you came to the wrong show. It's like, dude, that's your whole show. That is your whole fucking existence.
They're just trying to pander to the audience. That's what that's called.
Yeah, and it's like now that, dude, he's dug himself this hole, bro, and it's like it's going to be hard to get out of for old Camel Toe, as Comedy Hacks elegantly pointed out earlier in the chat. So let's keep watching. Aaron, let's jump to actually another clip. 653, another attack on his audience. I'm going to try to keep this moving here. So 653 is what I said, right? Yeah. 657. Let me back that up.
But we did a very fun thing today. And again, I'm hoping to tell you about it very, very soon. Citizen M says, still deadly silent about Anthony Cumia going full white nationalist on Twitter. Is Is Anthony Cumia yelling about black people something new that I wasn't informed of? I mean, didn't you kind of know that was baked into the pie? Citizen M, I don't get it sometimes. I know you're not dumb. That's why I don't understand why you play dumb. He's like, still deadly silent about Anthony Cumia going what? Anthony has never been the biggest fan of black people. I think we've been aware of that for years and years. When it's breaking news, let me know. So Citizen M is one of those guys who, like, he wants you to say something and you don't say it and it upsets him. And he's like, you're corrupt, you're crooked. And I'm like, no, I just, you and I don't share the same vitriol about the same things.
So we've never really seen Aaron like this, right? Every time you tune in the steel toe fucking camel toe radio, you always see a cool, calm, collected guy. Yeah, he's begging for fucking, money. But the point still remains. You see this guy who kind of has a hold on his show.
He's shook right now.
He's
shook,
dude. And there's two, like I said, the whole subreddit of the Steel Toe Boring Show. Check it out on Reddit. It's pretty fucking phenomenal. And then the fucking whole Chad Zumock thing, which he doesn't really address. I mean, you were on air for 2.5 hours, and Chad Zumock just came at your fucking whole existence. Chad Zumock. It's not like Joe Rogan came at your existence or fucking, somebody else. Louis C.K. came at your existence. Chad Zoloft Zumock came at your existence.
Zangief Zoloft Zumock.
That's an easy dub. You should be able to defeat these guys. If you can't defeat Chad Zumock, then you're not the host that I thought you
can't
were.
be a shit podcaster. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
A shitcaster.
All right, so let's go. So we have to go to 1738, and this is Aaron's first address to the Reddit. So let's see what Aaron has to say about his new Reddit. A lot of coping going on in this episode, so let's watch.
Oh my God, I need therapy after this.
Here we go, 1738.
Talking about it. It's success. It's like these guys who came in here today and they're like, we made a subreddit about you. We made a subreddit about you. I'm like, that's fine. You know my feelings towards Reddit. If you're that obsessed with the program, God, you have my blessing. I know you don't want it, but you have my blessing. But it's like you do understand that just even hating this thing gives it more juice, gives it more energy. As a matter of fact, when I found out about it, I went, we're obviously kicking serious ass. We're fucking people up with this show over here. If people are that gung-ho about it. And they're playing on the goal concept. It's like, that goal's been keeping this thing going for over 2 years. So if they want to celebrate that with me, let's fucking go,
but that's
baby.
not the point. The point is not you achieving the goal. The point is you fucking begging every day for $17. Like, what am I missing?
And blatantly lying to your audience.
What am I missing? Am I missing something? Is there like a whole fucking thing that like I'm just not seeing? And like I'll get shit. I know I'll get shit from people who came over here from Steel Toe. They're like, "Oh, dude, how can you fucking go bad on Steel Toe?" It's like, guys, we're not friends with any of these guys. I don't owe him anything. He didn't make.
No, we're just calling it like we see it anyway.
Right. He if anything, he got us like 3 subs. Like, you know what I mean? If he like built our whole channel, then okay, maybe I could kind of fucking rub elbows with him and just not talk.
And really, he didn't even help. He liked our content, not us. Well, he didn't say go follow our podcast.
He played our content on his show, so for him not to say who, the content was from would be a disservice.
Exactly. It's not like he went out of his way to talk us up.
20
before he said anything, he made sure he used our video.
Right.
Let's
see. 22. Where do I want to go from here? There's only a couple more clips left of here. But this shit was just very enraging to watch. Aaron going after the chat again. All right, let's watch that. Aaron going after the chat one more time. 22:37. I got like 3 more clips left after that. 22:37.
Matt Walsh's new cause du jour. That does sound like something that Matt Walsh would take up, doesn't it? Oh. Softcast says, breaking news, Aaron put gay Hercules in slow mode. I like Steel Toe, but that's coward shit. Number 1, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Number 2, Softcast. Either be a fan of the show or fuck off. Because are you really going to... Do my fans give a shit? Well, I'll tell my moderators right now, People are fucking around in the chat. Go ahead and hide them. I don't give a shit. Time out them first. Give them a warning. Then hide them. But
censoring. Sorry, Aaron. You're censoring. You're like fucking these big tech platforms that you complain about all the time. You're censoring free speech, Aaron. I guess you're negative. You're not for the First Amendment, are we?
How do you belittle big tech platforms and have a fucking podcast anyway?
On YouTube.
On YouTube and Rumble.
It's unreal, dude. Like, imagine if I stopped the show, Clem, just to single out somebody here in the chat. Like, you know, like how low, like my self-esteem would have to be crushed for me to be like, all right, Mr. S, you're just either with me or you're against me. Like, it's like, bro, like you're really like unraveling, man. Like you might need to go fucking take a month off.
Like, calm down, dude. Yeah. Do you need a responsibility check?
All right. 4220, Aaron claims his show isn't about shitting on people. Okay, so we just watched Aaron say that. Right.
Yeah.
So we watched him say that his show was, you know, the you know, clips about the internet personalities and him shitting on internet personalities like did well. So now we're gonna watch him kind of backpedal and say that his show isn't about essentially fucking shitting on people. So
what a fucking hypocrite.
4220. We're gonna have to jump to 4220, where I make my money and Aaron begs for his, because Chad Zumock made fun of his kids. 4220. All right, let's watch.
I really do think they might be. If he stays healthy, I think they'll be back again. This won't be his last shot, but I think he maybe has one more in him. Shane M with $5 says, sorry if I missed it. Any Brennan bashing yet? He may have a heart attack on air if pushed hard enough. Here's the hole I've dug with this program.
Check this.
Our show is the morning show is 4 hours of talking about shit and being funny. The last half hour when we do overtime, we'll make fun of some people. We'll check in on some targets, things like that. We're not really a show that just bashes internet people.
Well, you're not, dude! Got him!
Wow, dude.
Got him.
Blatant lies and deceptions.
Got him. Can I get a got him?
I mean, now that makes me question, where does that super chat money go? What are they really doing?
Are they smoking crack with the super chat money, Clem?
I mean, just shoot me fucking straight, dude.
That's his whole show, bro. Like, that would be like us saying, guys, like, we're a Christian, conservative podcast that all we...
Family podcast.
Family, kids-oriented podcast here. We don't like... And then I fucking go on off a tirade about Brendan Schaub. You'd be like, what are you talking about, bro?
You, Adderall snorting, meth shooting motherfucker. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, bro? I mean, I'm going to have to rewind that.
Like that.
Check this out.
We're not really a show that just bashes internet people all the time.
Okay, so...
Hit the horn, bro.
Wait. I'm going to have to... Like, guys, I mean...
Flag on the play.
You guys know, in the chat probably, since watching the Steel Toe show, his whole catalog is like pictures of DSP and Chad Zumock and Kevin Brennan.
Every fucking title of the show is Chad Zumock.
Shits his pants.
Brennan, Kevin Brennan, Neil Brennan. Right. Yeah, dude.
You know, big gay Mark Harley sucks Brendan Schaub's cock. It's like, but we don't make fun of... This isn't the show for you if you think that's all if that's all we do.
Yeah, it's insanity. Wow. It's hypocritical and lame, dude.
Wow. How he gets 1,000 people, 1,000 fucking retards to watch him and donate to him
is beyond me.
Is beyond me. But that should be fucking inspiration to many people out there who want to start a podcast and fucking make money, right? Because if Aaron from Steel Toe or Camel Toe, I should say, can do it, then so can you out there.
I think less people need podcasts.
Well,
Jesus.
I agree with that statement wholeheartedly, Clem. Wholeheartedly. All right, let's we got 2 more clips left from this disgrace here. We got 4415 where so this is only a 2.5 hour podcast. Chad Zumock just roasted your whole existence. And we're not Chad Zumock fans, but you know, we have to call a spade a spade. And it took you 44 minutes and 15 seconds for you to even mention Chad's name. Aaron, you're not doing so well, man. You gotta you have to wake up and smell the coffee, my dude. Maybe take a vacation, bro. Like maybe that's what you need. So 44:15 is the first mention we're gonna get of Chad. And And let's see, is it any good? Does Aaron is this where Aaron finally redeems himself and puts on the gloves, tapes up the hands? I mean, we all know he boxes on his spare time. He does this fucking taekwondo class or whatever he so eloquently brags about. Sorry, the whiskey is fucking kicking in. But, so is Aaron going to fucking redeem himself, or is he going to fucking fall flat on his face? Let's watch.
Mine? I don't know. Kmart Ready says, and Chad featured on his new show, Kumia Cucks. Oh, that was terrible, wasn't it? Oof. That was embarrassing. I've never felt the need to respond to something less because the thing that was supposed to be the shitting on me was my vindication at the same time. If someone shits on you and you laugh, it's kind of like the Reddit thing where I go, guys, feel free to go do your subreddit thing. I don't know why you need daddy's blessing. I don't know why you look at me as some sort of father figure that you're like, I'm rebelling against you, Dad. Look at it.
Never, ever, when talking to your audience, refer to yourself as dad, okay? Like, what the fuck? This isn't a fucking 1972 porno that we're fucking shooting here. This is a
He's
podcast.
got no regard, bro, for the rules. He just does his own thing because he's a rebel.
This is unreal. I mean, but the response, like, so he's taking the whole approach where I don't need to respond because the whole thing was embarrassing, which kind of, like, I do agree with in some sense. Like, the Chad Zumock thing was a little excessive, but still, it warrants a response, right? Like, I would respond. Does it?
Sure, it does. What?
It doesn't matter if it, if Chad was right or wrong or, cringe about the whole thing. If Chad is so beneath you and all your videos and thumbnails are about Chad Zumock and Chad comes at your fucking neck, you're going to fucking go back at Chad.
Yeah, no, that's a total beta energy.
Beta! Jesse Lee Peterson.
Beta.
I'm trying to read the chat here a little bit. I missed a lot on the chat, but I've been trying to fucking...
yeah, we're zinging right now,
Clem,
dude.
I see you're participating here in the chat, which I appreciate that because
I got you.
I'm trying to operate and run this show here. So, all right, let's watch. So we watch Aaron's not going to respond to Chad because he feels like it's beneath him now. Now that Aaron said everything he needed to say about Chad Zumock and posted him in 320 thumbnails and 400 videos, that now this is the time when Chad really fucking addresses Aaron. Now this is Aaron's time to, play Mr. fucking Joe Cool over here. And he's not going to address it because it's beneath him, right? So let's watch what April has to say. Maybe April, she's not on the show right now.
Salvage this. Could she right this ship?
No, but she comes on. She comes on like at the hour and some change mark. She comes on and maybe Aaron, does she right this ship? Does she fucking settle this score? Does she fucking pick up Aaron's dead weight? Well, let's watch. 139-16 rather. And they're going to actually mention us too. So this is actually pretty cool.
No way.
Yeah. Because I'm in the chat. I'm like, wow, Chad actually shit on April and you didn't say much. I said something like that. And this is what April had to say. So this is the last clip of the Steel Toe Morning Show, guys. Hopefully everyone had a good time in tonight's chat. We certainly, we definitely did. This was a good show, Clem. But let's watch this last clip. We're going to pack it up, and then we'll be back here 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, so make sure you tune in for, which will probably be on for like 6 hours on Saturday. It's a little bit of a shorter show for us, which is, well, we still did 3 hours, which is pretty solid. But let's watch this, Clem. Let's see what April has to say. The muscles of the operation is here. Let's see if she responds.
69 with $10.
Thank you.
Says psychos can only destroy, not build.
I just saw somebody say, dude, he went nuts on April.
That's me.
Did you yell at me for something?
That's me.
No. I don't.
Some Win by 2 Radio said, dude, he went nuts on April. What is he talking about?
Oh, he might be talking about the Chad trying to do like a show based on like Carl and us and other people's clips, and then just playing really funny clips of ours and just yelling and screaming
I
at
was
it.
going to say, Chad's big shtick is that I can't have kids, apparently, and that,
Put that to the test.
I'm a really evil person for being a step-parent.
Yes. Well, you can understand his hatred of step-parents.
Yes, apparently his hit him.
Win by 2 Radio says, dude, there's actually no context to that. It just says, dude, he went nuts on April.
That's why I thought he meant you.
Me, no.
No, I meant Chad.
Are they really?
Yeah,
they
he
really
just-
don't know what you're talking about?
Well, everyone's talking about Chad Zumock in the chat. They're like, dude, Chad fucking, roasted you, Chad this, Chad that. And then
I think they're playing it down, bro. They don't want to address it.
Right.
They're acting a fool.
Right. And then I go, fucking dude, Chad went actually pretty bizarre on April, right? Like if anyone came at my girl like that, I'd fucking slit their throat, right? But Aaron's like, man, Chad, he's just that fucking, crazy guy in Florida. He's that, weirdo with fucking. And April, oh man, you know me, he just comes at me because I can't have kids. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, I don't want no woman if she can't have kids. If she can't have my spawn, then she ain't no woman for me.
Bruh, the last thing I would do is have my significant other on a podcast.
Right, dude.
Oh my God, especially where you're shitting on people.
Right, dude. Thank you.
That's the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah.
That's definitely some white people shit.
I don't even like my fucking family checking this shit. They know, sometimes I go live and shit like that, but, I don't want them fucking checking this shit out. It's like,
yeah, it's
the same for you.
Yeah, don't you? It's for a certain type of audience that respects this handle, like what we're doing, Right.
Unreal, dude. So here, let's listen to that back, because then she's gonna respond a little bit. She's gonna cope out, as they say.
Yeah, she's pissed, bro. What do you mean talking about April? What does that mean?
By the way, bro, did the Apollo 13 mission, if they couldn't land anywhere, could they could probably land right on her forehead, dude. This is like the fucking landing space of the moon.
God damn. Well, you know what they say, all the prettiest ladies have big foreheads.
You know what they say about big brains?
Big heads?
Big heads. Big foreheads. Big foreheads. I'm way too drunk. I don't know. It's amazing, dude. They always say, you date, somebody who, resembles you in a certain way, right?
Oh, God.
Well, look at his forehead, because that ain't really too much. Wow.
Oh, my God,
That's a big dome piece. Do you think, when they're having sex, their forehead fucking, hits...
They're headbutting each other like a UFC fight?
They're... Sorry, no, that's...
Who do you think's mounting who?
She probably mounts him, dude. Come on.
You think so?
For sure.
With her factory hands?
Yeah, dude. She's a factory union worker, bro. You know.
We'll have to ask Chad about that.
We'll have to try to get Chad on, dude.
We probably could with his smelly old hat.
Yeah. He wears the same hat on every fucking show. Quote unquote show. All right, let's watch what she has to say. Does she fucking, does she right this ship or not? Let's watch.
Video says, dude, there's actually no context to that.
context.
It just says, dude, he went nuts on April.
That's why I thought he meant you.
Me, no. Yeah, he just, whenever somebody shits on you and your response to them shitting on you is ugh.
Dude, you're yelling at somebody for being a step-parent. I don't think you get lower than that.
I'm talking about, the clips I saw of it. I was like, this is so tragically fucking bad. I feel like this is a win for me without saying anything.
No, it's not a win.
And Carl kind of said the same thing. Carl's like...
Oh, Carl from Who Are These Podcasts? Oh, because Carl said the same thing. Now it makes sense.
Oh, it's
right?
all gooch,
It's all
baby.
gooch, because Carl said it, right?
No, it's not gooch.
Thanks,
Carl.
Degraded your wife and ex-wife in the same video. You're a cuck if you let this happen.
That's the most beta shit I've ever heard.
Can't believe it. I can't believe what I'm watching.
A word of advice, when you do stuff like this, it's supposed to be funny. You're not supposed to be watching another show be funny, because it was...
Okay, I do agree with that. I do agree, it doesn't have to get personal. That's not what I'm arguing here. I'm arguing the fact that he did get personal, and this was your response. It wasn't even a response. It was like a lukewarm fucking nothing. It was nothing. It was essentially nothing. It was as if
he's trying to play the victim, and he's the bigger man. It's like, dude, no.
Right.
You're so big, Aaron.
Yeah, he's got you're talking about his big forehead.
His big forehead.
Our clip of us shitting on Kevin.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to watch them be funny and then yell and scream and get angry, which is what he did. And you're like, well, this is just us kind of making you lose your mind more, as we always have. I love how he's like, I'm going to change the narrative. And Kevin finally called him out and said, Chad, did you just learn the fucking word narrative a day ago? Because I don't think you're using it right. And all he does when he tries to change the narrative.
Check this shit out. Ready? This is something I notice a lot from her. When he's speaking, she gets fucking, like, she cringes the fuck out, bro. Check this out. And it's so obvious, bro. Like, I've noticed this multiple times. I'm sure all of you in the chat have noticed this once or twice if you checked Steel Toe out. Check this out.
I don't think you're using it right. And all he does when he...
Look at that fucking face. Oh, I want to squeeze her cheeks a little bit, you know, and like, it's going to be okay, April. Like, it's going to be fine. You know, like, I just want to tell her.
Looks like a person that, like, got drug into this and has no desire to be in it at all.
This is like somebody, like, I want to say, like, blink twice if you need help, you know?
Yeah, right? Like, oh my God, dude, I feel so bad for her. I'm about to say my prayer for her tonight.
We should do that, guys. Everyone in the chat tonight should be everyone's goal tonight to just say a prayer for April M. Holt that she fucking somehow finds Jesus Christ, her Lord and Savior.
I'm going to say 5 Hail Marys, 3 Our Fathers, and
that's all.
I don't even know what else, dude.
That's all I know, too, bro. It's all good. All right, there's like fucking 20 seconds after this. Let's check it out.
When he tries to change the narrative, is reinforces the narrative that he's just angry and crazy and not funny. So it's weird to watch a guy shit on you because your immediate, like, impulse is to go, well, I got to fucking shit on him back. But then you watch it and you're like, he's doing my job for him.
Well, the things he shits on me for are so terribly unfunny and, like, things that somebody would never, like, poke fun at.
Right.
Like the step parent thing. That's a really weird thing
Which
to
I
go
agree with.
after.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree with
because
that.
most step parents do their damnedest to, like, take care of their families and stuff, which is pretty
it's
normal now.
Pretty tragic.
But, like,
awful.
So not only is he terribly unfunny, but he's also not the first person to be shitty to me for being a step parent. So he's terribly unoriginal.
Marquise with
And
14
that is the response, ladies and gentlemen. It's unoriginal from Chad Zumock, and it's weird for him to have fucking made a video after you guys made 337 videos about him, okay?
It is awfully personal.
Steel Toe Morning Show, everyone, as the main event. Holy fuck. Look, Super Chats getting their goals right on cue.
Just need like $40.
That was pretty good, Clem. That was a good main event, sir.
Yeah, bro. I'm still chatting in here.
I know, I see, dude. This chat lit up after we went over Steel Toe.
That's crazy.
I watch them every day because, you know, I work during the day and shit like that. So
yeah, you secretly love Steel Toe.
dude, they're my, like, fucking...
They're your podcasting heroes. They inspired you.
They inspired me, bro, yeah. Fuck out of here with that fucking bullshit. Clem, though, this was fucking awesome, dude. But what I'm saying is when I watch Steel Toe, I watch them every day because, you know, like I said, bro, they beg on a daily basis. And now he's in this weird spot where Chad Zumock just pretty much cucked him into not even responding. And now he's got this subreddit after him. Steel Toe is kind of spiraling out of control.
Dude, it's going nowhere fast.
I'm going to be watching them, and maybe we bring another clip or two on Saturday's show. But this show was fun, man. We left a lot out today, so I'll be bringing that on the Saturday show as well. 11 a.m. Saturday Eastern time, guys. We appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. This was awesome. Clem, where can everyone find you at? Where do you stream throughout the week, and where's all your socials at?
Probably TikTok's the best. It's Win by 2 official. And then on Twitch, it's Clemmy Clem. And our YouTube, which is Win by 2 Radio, which you're already on.
Now, I have some of his links in the chat, so if you guys want to check it out, I think it's just your TikTok, Twitter, and maybe Instagram, I think.
Yeah, Twitter's like a porno every time I log on it, so I don't use it much. But Instagram, TikTok's really the main, and Twitch I'm trying to make like a main platform.
Well, yeah, check them out, guys. You know, because I know I stream like Fortnite throughout the week. You just kind of just stay fresh with streaming. You know, I have this elaborate fucking studio. It would be a shame for me not to stream. I'm not going to do a show every day like Steel Toe does because, you know, I've thought about this a lot. Like 2 shows is a lot of shows. Like you shouldn't be doing no more than 2 shows a week.
Yeah, how much do you have to fucking talk about?
Right. After a while, you get stale. You need people to like want to like look forward to your show and like look forward to what you have to say the next time and not like, you know, because a lot of what they do, bro, and it's a lot of these streamers that we watch, bro. A lot of what these streamers now that it's just stale. It's repeated fucking, you know, monologues that they go over. Like it's not good content. So, but, you know, this is something new we're trying is a weekly, like one day during the week and then our Saturday show, like a less extensive Saturday show during the week, and then Saturday, which we do like 6-7 hours on Saturday. But Clem, this was fucking awesome, man. I appreciate you joining in the desk. I know you had the fucking sniffles the whole time, but you know, it was well worth it, dude. It was well worth it.
Yeah, I got like the cold or something. No COVID, but like I'm sneezing and coughing and sniffling.
All right. Yeah, well, I hope you feel better. Don't hang up after this show, by the way. I gotta ask you a couple things. Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
All right, cool. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's stream. We'll be back Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time right here on this channel. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. This was a blast, man. But this is going to do it for us, man. This is unfortunately the worst part of the show, and that is the ending. To everyone who joined us tonight, we salute you. And I'm going to take another drink to everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully everyone had a good Valentine's Day and just a good day in general.
I'll be spanking my monkey later.
Yep, well, I'm right with you, bro. All right, but that's going to do it for us, guys. This was a great show. Thanks again for tuning in. But this is going to do it. For myself, John.
Alex.
Peace. There it is. Thanks so much, guys. We'll be back next week. Or next week. We'll be back Saturday. Alive. Someone says, feel better, Steve-O.
Yeah, they were calling me Steve-O the whole night. They said Steve-O's a good co-host.
That's hilarious. We'll see you Saturday, guys. Thank you so much. This was great.
Peace, peace.